Good morning, Sassy fam. Welcome to your Sunday check-in. I hope you're well. I hope you're fabulous. Today's check-in is for the bi-weekly energies, which is essentially an energetic snapshot of what you might expect over the next week or two. Like always, take what resonates, leave what does not, and do keep in mind these are general collective readings, not one-to-one private, so they may not resonate. And I know that's frustrating, but also normal. So if that happens, check your other placements. You will find yourself in there somewhere. Additionally, if a second energy pops up during your read today, then you reverse those energies as you see fit, as it applies. You know, we have officially entered, the autumn. Lovely. Oh, and that reminds me, I forgot to introduce Skully. You see Skully? This is Skully. Say hi, Skully. See, he says hi. Hi. I know. I go all out for the Halloween month. Are you impressed? Seriously. No. But this is Skully. I saw him in the store and I said, I have to have him. He can be our liaison for the month of October. Yes, but yeah, I just thought it'd be cute to have him here on the desk and hang out with us for the next month or so. So yeah, there's Skully. Yay! I love the fall. I love the spooky season, Halloween, Dia de los Muertos. I mean, I love all that stuff, but do I go all out for it? No. I don't. I enjoy other people's decorations and their festivities, but for the most part, I don't go all out. I tried to do a little bit more of the festivity stuff for Christmas, and that's where I save all my real holiday energy is to the lights and the lawn deco, and okay, that's where we go the extra mile. But no, this time of year, yeah, I'm good with a skeleton. Let me know what your decoration style is for Halloween. It always kind of surprises me, some people who just go all out, like inside the house, outside the house. It's like, oh, honey, where do you have the time for that? I don't. Anyway, no hate. If that's you, fantastic. Oh, honey, I wish I had the stamina to do that every year. It's like, to me, we're talking about the Christmas holidays and New Year's. That's enough. Okay, we get one big display once a year. That's it. That's as much as we can do. And that's as much as I want to do. 'Tis the season. Yes, we are still in Libra season. And then in a couple of weeks, we'll be in Scorpio season before you know it. So once more, happy birthday to my Libra crew. Love you so much and everything that you bring to the channel. And then I tell you what, for my Scorpios, yeah, hopefully you're pre-gaming. You get to energy rising. I always get a little bit excited in the several weeks prior to. So I'm right there with you. Hopefully you're experiencing that as well. But yeah, love this time of year. I decided to go for like witchy, but like earthy witchy. I don't know. Something tells me by the end of this reading, my hair will be up. Just having it down and free flowing, that's typically not my thing. But it's like, it's a feeling today. It's a vibe. Anyway, any notes? Oh, yes, the full moon. Yeah, the full moon will actually be tomorrow, the 6th, depending on where you are in the world. But yeah, full moon in the sign of Aries. So beautiful, lovely, that sense of rush. Hopefully you feel it. It's supposed to be a beautiful full moon. Anything else? No, can't think of anything else, which that's perfectly fine. Yeah. We try to limit our nonsense. At least I try to. I try to be aware of it. I do. Anyway, you guys, I hope this message finds you well. I will see you for the Thursday check-in, and I will see you at your sign. Take care. Be well. Leo, what's up? Show me Leo. For the next couple of weeks. Show me Leo, please. What's going on? Show me Leo. Okay. 2 of Wands. The Moon. 9 of Cups. Okay. Page of Pentacles. Page of Cups. Ace of Pentacles. Lovely. All right. Ace of Swords. Ace of Cups. The Queen of Swords. Aces, baby. Aces. We're only missing the Ace of Wand. But we'll take that. Been enjoying your past couple of check-ins. I really have. Good job, Leo crew. Now, your opening's interesting, and it's quiet. It's nothing too provoking there, honestly. The 2 of Wands, the Moon, 9 of Cups. You have taken some time for yourself recently to discover things about you. Self-interest, your next line of availability in terms of self-interest. What is my next form of happiness? What should I be doing for myself? So you've taken some good time out to explore things quietly, calmly. It's interesting. It's like you've been enjoying the process with the moon. You went out of your way recently to do some self-discovery. And you've discovered some new things about yourself, one of them being that you might be ready for a new beginning. I like that. You quietly contemplated the moon. Energetically, on the inside. Stuff that you've been kind of keeping away or pushing down. You've taken some time out to explore that. I love that. You did it so calmly. It was a non-threatening experience for you. And you got some good feedback in there, so good job you, yeah? Particularly those things in your life where it's like, now's not the time to look at that, now's not the time to look at that, and you made time. At some point recently, you started making time for you. You discovered a couple things about yourself. I'm kind of interested in this, I'm kind of interested in that. I love it. Page of Pentacles, Page of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, this idea of a new beginning for you, most likely in work, career, and or opportunity, is starting to feel pretty darn good. You can actually see yourself pulling in that direction sooner rather than later. It's looking like you started making plans. Good job. Again. And then that's not all. That's not all. A little later, you'll have a much stronger truth. It's like, hey, while I'm doing these things, while I'm making these changes, maybe new love too. And that actually comes across as a very stronger decision in your mind. So over here, I'm seeing baby steps towards a brand new beginning, most likely in work and or career, as I said. And then a little further out, you have a much stronger idea or vision of new love. Actually, it becomes a point of focus for you rather quickly. It's almost like you're hammering out the potentials of the details. All right. Good job looking at your moon there. Well done. Well done, Leo. Let's take a look. Two of Wands, the moon, Nine of Cups. I like that. You took a little trip, what I call down Moon Avenue. And for you, it really was like a stroll. You almost kind of enjoyed the process. Little path there of self-discovery. Honestly, you made it look pleasant instead of daunting or intimidating or a fearful thing. It's like, you know what? I'm going to enjoy this period of self-reflection and inquiry and see what I discover about myself. Very positive. Very positive. King of Pentacles. Three of Cups and the Hanged Man. Okay. Cool. You actually deliberately took some time off. I'm seeing Three Cups here in the sense of any sort of social, emotional connectivity. It's kind of like you cut back your social calendar, roughly speaking, to take some time out for yourself. I love that. That's wonderful. And practically speaking, you're saying, I connect to a lot of people. I'm not surprised you're you. You know a lot of people, or your social, emotional connections are important to you. And perhaps you give them maybe a little too much space. And you decided to take some of that space back for yourself and say, let's spend a little more quality time with me. I like that. Yeah, it was a good decision. King of Pentacles, Three of Cups, the Hanged Man. Just actively, gently, and temporarily pulling back from your standard kind of connectivity patterns to spend more time with you. And that's where you went, started making inquiries about potential new interests or the stuff you haven't been looking at or you weren't so sure about or might cause you conflict. No, you gave that plenty of room to breathe. You gave yourself space. And in so doing, you were pleasantly surprised about some of the things you discovered about yourself rather recently. Cool. Very good. So you might have been off the scene for a while. People might have not heard from you for a couple of weeks, which for you might come across as very unusual. You tend to be very social as part of your power structures. But yeah, no, you might have pulled back on that a little bit. And it was a good call. I agree. It was a good call. It gave you some much needed space for you to reflect on you and your own self-interest. Excellent. Literally. Page of Pentacles, Page of Cups, and the Ace of Pentacles. You just started taking some baby steps towards creating a brand new opportunity, and that can often be very time-consuming. And that's another reason why we should really think before we do it, because we can often create a lot of work for ourselves. But if it's what you're up to, and it feels good, it feels right. All right. Knight of Pentacles, baby steps, Four of Cups, and strength. Yeah, you're saying this is one of the things you don't like about it. Another reason why you needed to take time out, because you're saying the process can be a bit of a pain. Yeah. Yeah, when you start over a little bit, you're looking for either a new work opportunity, career opportunity, you're looking to shift tracks, or perhaps you're busting your butt a little harder to get a different title, recognition, or pay grade. Yeah, these things can often be quite the task. Time consuming. It is. You're saying that's the only part about this you don't like. Four Cups. You're familiar with it. You've done it before. You've looked for other jobs before. You've taken on new opportunities before. You've worked or busted your ass hard for promotions before, and you know how grudging it can be. But nevertheless, that's why you dug deep, literally back here, and you took some time off, and you asked yourself, would this be right for me? And I'm glad that you did. You're going to need the space because apparently you're going to move forward, even if you consider it to be kind of a pain in the butt. Particularly since it's such a slow process, in your opinion. Yeah. It really is. It is a slow process, and that's the biggest pain, is that we don't get immediate feedback around these things. Or it can take a while to put yourself out there and start generating results. That is a very large time consumer. So what you're showing me, though, is the realities of it. So that means you're familiar with it. I'm not worried about you then. Okay? So long as you have a realistic point of view of the time it's going to take to get you onto your new path, it's all systems go. Your power card, Strength, is here, authorizing the energy. So once more, Strength works both ways, to push away or pull towards. You're pulling this towards you, and you're saying steady as she goes, just be patient, expect slower results, but it's worth it. And I love that because you're showing me a solid thought. Here's what I want to do, and I've thought about it. Here's the reality. It sucks, but it's worth it. It's worth it for me to try. Okay, that new opportunity must be really speaking to you. Perhaps you want something with more recognition, structure, a higher skill set of responsibility, or a brand new skill set and responsibilities, or frankly, just better pay. Okay? But yeah, I know once you take that on, you really have to stay focused on it. I get you. Okay, so that one, you consolidated yourself to, and you say, I'm going to take this on. The biggest issue here being is how fussy it can take, how fussy it can be and how long it can take. Ace of Swords, Ace of Cups, Queen of Swords. But what's interesting, not too much further out, though. You're like, oh, new love, though? Yeah, that makes perfect sense. I mean, that fell into place pretty quickly for you. Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's totally on the table. Okay. I like how it's a crystal clear thought for you. That's fantastic. I love that. I really do. Okay. It was so crystal clear. It's like, oh, yeah, no, that's after the fact. I totally get it. Okay. I love it. Ace of Swords, Ace of Cups, Queen of Swords. Well, when Leo's made up their mind, they made up their mind, eh? We up? The Wheel of Fortune, I got you. Eight of Pentacles, you want the work thing in place. Okay, so that has become a solid idea in your mind, like I said, very quickly. That doesn't mean you were acting on it very quickly, but it was almost like it just conclusion for you. Okay, just conclusion. Absolutely new love. No problem. That you nailed down quickly, much more quickly than the new opportunity. To you, it just makes sense. But you're saying, however, it is conditional that I get the work thing going. And that is where you're showing me some doubts because it's going to take time. You don't quite know how much time is involved. Okay. Step by step. Day by day. Okay, you got a plan. Act on it. It's great. I love it when people show me active decision-making skills, that you are aware of the pros and cons. You are aware of the strengths and weaknesses. You are aware of yourself, first and foremost, and doing all these things. The point is, I'm never so happy in tarot is that when people are showing me I'm making decisions, and this is how I'm acting towards them. So it's not just some bullshit idea or some very vague concept of a goal. No, you're actually nailing it down. So that gives me a much higher sense of confidence for you in terms of accomplishment, is because you can see it and thus you're acting on it, you're making it happen. You know, it's like if you build it, they will come, that kind of thing. That's what you're doing. Okay? But yeah, it's the only tricky part here is that you being open to new love, and this is also something else you figured out. This was just one was riding off the back of the other. It was so logical. Okay? Yeah, you're completely open to new love. You're like, that's a no-brainer. It's just, it's kind of dependent on that work energies. I don't know how long it's going to take. And he said, that's the biggest bummer. Okay, so the success of this is going to determine when and how that takes off. Your new love energies and you allowing yourself to open up towards it and pursuing it, actively pursuing it. But yeah, that's where we have our only real unknowns there. Seven of Swords, you admit that. It was already discussed, so I'm not worried about it because, again, you're assuming the responsibility of knowledge around these constructs. In other words, you've thought about it. But will you head towards new love when you get the work energy settled? Absolutely. For the Leo I'm looking at, yeah, it's already set in your mind. Okay? I'm not telling you what to do. You're telling me what's up with you. Very much so, actually. Very much so. You're telling me what's up with you. But I like that, and that's completely fair. Depending on time and how long it takes to work or nail down these work energies. Okay? You're saying that's the biggest unknown here. And that's okay. All right. It makes perfect sense to me, honey. I hope it makes sense to you. I say well done. This has to be one of the more just, intellectually forward readings I've done in a while, where it's just like I started here and I ended up over here and I understand everything along the way. I love that. Mountain, you have your challenges, but you're looking for the achievement. So the duality of the mountain is such as that it's a challenge to rise to the peak, but once you're there, you understand the achievement of it, and then you have the ease in coming down. So yeah, you see the challenge, you're rising to the challenge because you want the achievement. I understand. In both areas of new work and love, unfolding surprise envelope, expect some communication. It could have to do with work, especially since you're pursuing that new opportunity, so a lot of communication obviously will be on the line. You might have some unexpected or surprising opportunities as you go, unexpected or surprising communications as you go. Okay? That could also be in reference to your future love energies as well. But obviously communications and or messages will be flying soon, especially you putting those things out there. You might be surprised at what you get back. Okay? You might be surprised. Mm-hmm. .26. Gathering around the power of community. Some of you want to deepen your contacts within the community structure, how you work with it, within it, the framework of it. But yeah, growth here, as you indicated with the mushrooms on the ground, growth. And then also a spread, okay? What you do and why you do it, you want it to spread out more. You want more influence. You want to create more influence, but healthy growth within the community is the emphasis here. So some of you really believe in the power of community, your networks, your connections, your resources, getting them to grow and getting them to communicate and nurture off of each other, okay? So the power of community, hell yeah. Absolutely. Moonology, I don't think we need it. Oh, we had a couple fly out here. We have the letter V. V, N, J, W, and then we have a little spatula. Some of you like to cook, profession, hobby, or you're just cooking right now, in which case, hello, what you making? We had a little star, hopes, wishes, dreams, but they make perfect sense. I'm glad you took the time to work out what it is you next want to do. I love that, the way you did that. You even took the time off to really kind of, not just isolate, but I mean, minimize influence of others. This was a direct conversation between you and you about what's important to you. And then the Book of Wisdom. A little bit of Virgo there, a touch of that energy, but wisdom, intelligence, learned, knowledgeable. Okay, pretty smart. Okay, Leo, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Sag, what's up? Again, I'm going to push yours a little bit today. Extra oracles, things like that. I realized your last check-in for Intimate Tarot Thursday was short. And I did explain why in the comments. But still, just want to make up for that a little bit. Don't get me wrong. Not everybody should have 18, 19, 20-minute reads. It's usually something's very difficult, complicated, or just whatever. Okay, and sometimes I'm just being slow. So it's not really about how short or long they are. But that one, I admit, I probably should have given it more. It just looks so damn straightforward to me. Like you had it. Like the Sag Collective had it. Like you got it. You weren't stupid. You dealt with it. So I just didn't see the need to continue. But still. Okay. All right. What's going on? Show me Sagittarius, please. Okay, what's up? Ten of Swords, Seven of Wands, King of Swords. Okay. No more, no more. The Magician, and Devil, Page of Cups, Seven of Cups, the World, Queen of Swords. Oh, you ain't having it. I see you reinforced one idea twice. So that Devil's not you. You've been consistent. Like literally, you were consistent in your reading twice. So there's clearly second energy here today. Reverse them as you see fit. But I see a very solid decision from you. Okay. So Ten of Swords, Seven of Wands, King of Swords. I'm not allowing this to hurt me anymore. Leave me alone. Back off. Walls. You made up your mind on this subject. Whatever that Ten of Swords represents to you, in terms of pain, conflict, turmoil, and ending, so shall it be. It doesn't matter. I see you defending yourself against it. I will not allow this to hurt me anymore. No more. No more. And again, from a very logical place, and an honest logical place, you're saying that is a painful thing. I won't have it. I won't have anything to do with it. Leave me alone. Okay. Did I just hear a fly? That would be Cinnamon. She runs in and out of the house. I have no doubt she'll make an appearance later. But I tell you what, she's a big girl. She's a big dog. She has to be able to get in and out of the house on her own free will. But that doesn't mean she doesn't let in critters. Anyway, back to your reading. The Magician, Devil, Page of Cups. Oh, it ain't you. Somebody manifests them real bad, and it's coming from a twisted up place. Most likely because you are showing elements here that suggest it's rejection. So it's not like mean rejection. It's just reasonable. This hurts me. I don't want to interact with it anymore. I don't want to participate anymore. You can't make me. It hurts. Don't you understand that? This hurts. It hurts for me. And whatever this energy is so twisted up, it doesn't care that that situation hurts you. It's still manifesting you. Come back, come back, come back. It's twisted. Now, I don't know that it's always like that. I don't know that this person's like this 100% of the time. But I do know their manifestation. The manifestation is coming from a bad place. So this looks like emotional manipulation a little bit. It's a Page of Cups. But the idea that they want you back is more to do with selfish reasons, pride, or ego, not necessarily your welfare or well-being. It's just, why aren't you going around with me or this situation anymore? Why? Because it hurts. That's not good enough. I want you to come back. See what I'm saying? It doesn't seem to care that you're rejecting this. It wants you from its own space and time and its will. There's nothing you can do about that. There isn't, except continue to hold your defense and reject it and deny it. If that's what's best for you, then that's what's best for you. And even if you were to accept it and it would just coax this person's devil further, well, I got a little bit more of what I want. I got a response from Sag. Okay? So in other words, you would be rewarding very negative behavior. And you give them the pattern that it's okay to continue to manifest like this or talk to you like this or try to coax you or cajole you like this. No. You got to put a stop to it. And this is where we get to be a participant in our own story. It's imperative that you understand that. You blocking is a form of participation, but it's the right kind. Okay? By saying, I don't want to participate, you are in a way participating. You're standing up for yourself. Okay? Down here, Seven of Cups. There it is. There's the result of their manifestation showing up. Open up to me. Open up to me. The world. No, Queen of Swords. You've turned your back to that. No. That cycle's done. You are not an option. We opening up to each other is not an option. What we had is unhealthy, hurtful, or painful. The fact that you would ask me back to enter into that circle of pain and hurt tells me how much you don't care. And you're right. In a way, they're kind of telling you how much they don't care, is that they would ask you to come back to it. Even if it's a spiritual ask, in other words, not direct, their will would still have you pull you back into that. So that means someone here, they might tell you that they care, but the way they want you to come back would suggest that they don't care. That's a problem. It's not considering how it hurts you. Just that it wants you to participate again on their terms, not yours. Okay, that's a problem. So I don't know who this is. I don't know if it's someone who is intimate or a little bit more familiar, such as, a family member. You can have this kind of dynamic with anybody. Okay? But let's take a look. Ten of Swords, Seven of Wands, King of Swords. Knights of Wands, Page of Wands, Justice. Oh, okay. Okay. You felt right, and for many of you, this is now in Libra season. You felt very right doing this. You're showing me actually an underlying kind of punch of confidence. That's correct. Okay. That is correct. It's a decision you feel good about. It's a painful decision to make, but you also feel confident that it's correct. It's actually quite punctuated. Okay? It's almost like you're happy to do this. Reinforce it. It's like you know it's the right thing to do. It's interesting, your energy rises towards this action like it's positive. It makes you feel positive. It's almost like I should have done this a long time ago. That's interesting. It's like here in Libra season. Yeah, don't be surprised. Yeah, now in the next week or two, where you might have to reinforce yourself again, reinforce that wall, double down on your effort, stand by your word. It's almost like you're happy to demonstrate that blockage again. So this is why you and I can't be connected. You almost feel a little giddy about it. I'm like, I knew this was going to happen. And I'm ready. I'm prepared. Let's go. It's interesting. Okay. Yeah, but you're not wrong. It's like it feels so good to do this right thing, even though it's over a difficult situation. Okay? The Magician, Devil, Page of Cups. Hello, Pumpkin. I see you. I was just talking about you. Okay. Oh, Devil for Devil. Oh. No, I'm sorry. This is so random. As soon as I saw the Devil, I don't... So, you know, I'm of a certain age, right? And so in the 90s, 80s and 90s, all anybody ever watched was music television. So it wasn't just MTV, it was also VH1. So let me know if you remember VH1. And they had this motto, 2 for Tuesday on VH1. And I'm like, is it Tuesday? 2 for Tuesday? 2 for Tuesday, the Devil. For some of you, Tuesday. It popped into my head twice, like a double item on the calendar marked for the same day. Just FYI for Tuesday. Heavy Capricorn energy, by the way. FYI, doesn't have to be, but it's there. Okay, King of Wands. Oh my. The Chariot. It's no wonder. It's no wonder. It's no wonder you kind of showed me that pop up here. It's like, I'm going to do the right thing. I'm prepared to. In fact, I'm almost giddy at the prospect of getting to prove myself or prove my point. It's like you felt this coming. It's like, this is my time to rise and shine, baby. Block that shit again. Now, underneath that, it's not just for the sake to be contrary. It's because you know that if you re-enter it, it will hurt you. The fact that you're showing me kind of spiritual and emotional preparedness around this subject suggests that you've been wanting to prove yourself. Okay? Wanting to prove your point again. Block it again. Something like that. It's like, I can stand up to it. I can resist it. I can see why. There's a lot here to stand up to and resist. Okay. This person don't like to be wrong, do they? At least energetically. They don't like to be wrong. I am justified in my feelings. I am justified in my feelings to come towards you repeatedly. And they have come towards you repeatedly. Knowing they shouldn't, they choose to. So this person's selfishness, their selfish dial is up way high. I have a right to come here. I have a right to seek you out again. I have a right to request you. I have a right to manifest you. This person's not used to being wrong. And I know what they're doing. They're showing me intense feeling. I have these intense feelings towards you. I expect you to receive them. And then you just went, no, You are wrong, and you're right, they are wrong. You don't have to receive shit. I don't care how intense someone's feelings are. They're coming from a bad place, and the fact that they're being so adamant, that alone is enough to block them. It's coming from a bad place. There's emotional manipulation here. I have such intense feeling for you. Some of them are coming from the point of view of passion. Others of them are insisting on love, or it's a combination of the two. I don't trust it, neither should you, because it's highly patternized. I bother you, I persist you until I get what I want, and I justify all of it through very intense emotions. Again, once more, because I feel strongly about you, you owe me a response. That is not how life works. I don't give a shit. Guys, every so often, just real talk, something I experience, emails, people who insist they have really intense emotions towards me. Anger, love, they don't know me. But they saw something there, they're reacting strongly to it, and they come on with that level of intensity. Why? Because they're looking for a response. I don't. I don't care. I don't care. It really doesn't have anything to do with me. It's what's going on inside them that they need to reconcile and deal with. But they're insisting on putting it onto you. That's called projection. Something about you kicked off some of their worst shit, worst issues, patternized behaviors, patternized emotions. But you're right, you don't owe them anything. And I tell you, this person, they don't know when, they really think that they get to approach you again and again. And why? Because intensity of feeling, somewhere between passion, love, and maybe even anger, they feel that they have a right to. And I'm saying you have a right to defend yourself and say fuck off, or no, or nothing at all. Okay? That's completely correct. So I hate it. I hate it. People's like, you owe me. No, I don't. I don't owe you shit. I don't. They really don't care how much this situation hurts you. They want their own feeling met, or their own sense of justification met. So I don't know who that is. I don't know where they get off doing that. But I completely applaud your reaction, your response. You don't owe them anything. Seven of Cups, the World, Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords, twice. Knight of Cups, Ace of Wands. See, that's what it is. You are talking, you are expressing yourself, just not to this person. You won't consider it, okay? Queen of Swords, you made two declaratives here, both from the same point of view. Some of you are extremely intelligent. You have a lot of air in your chart because that was consistent. King of Swords and two Queens of Swords. So it's like here, there's things you will not consider. It's a non-option. You won't open up to it. And then you're saying, on the other hand, I know exactly who to open up to and when. And that's where your language is soft. It's developed, you know. It's emotional, it's vulnerable to the right people. This is what you're saying. I know who to open up to, and I know who not to. You will continue then to demonstrate this in future. So it's not that you're not talking to anybody. It's this specific person and anyone who looks like it or acts like it. And that makes perfect sense to me. So here they're showing me selectivity based on intelligent criteria. This is what I will not tolerate, indulge, or communicate with, and this is who I do communicate with. And for some of you, you do. Some of you might have a little something, a little more closer to home or personal, okay? Or perhaps you just might start talking to someone with a little bit more romantic interest in future, but you're saying that is not an option. So again, selectivity, whom you will spend time with, who you won't, who you will talk to, and who you will not. Very strong discernment skills. A little curious about something. The Hierophant, Queen of Cups, the Moon. Oh, okay. Got a little bit of unknown energy there. That's positive, not negative. That's okay. Something here is developing in the background. A heart space between yourself and someone else, maybe. Okay, but it's not known yet. Okay. So again, very strong clues about what you will not be talking to and who you might be talking to in future. One is on, one is off. One is on, one is off. Okay? Again, that's discernment. So you may not know who that is just yet. It might actually be by the light of the full moon. There might be some communication that it's positive and a little healthier. Might involve the health space. Excuse me, the health space. What the fuck, Christina? The heart space. Sometimes this is what's interesting about having a list for study. Sometimes you just combine words and sentences. That's it. You just, no explanation. It just happens. And I have to stop, because I'm used to it. I've lived with it all my life, but I'm used to it. Other people aren't, so I have to stop, take a moment, tell you that way you're like, what? Okay, there you go. And that's an example right there. But yeah, it could be healthy. Heart space and spiritual essence are present. But we don't know it quite yet. Oh, so that's lovely. That's positive. That's a positive act of communication coming up. Well, that's something to look forward to then. That one is like, yeah, no problem. I'll talk to that one. Yeah, you don't quite know who it is just yet, I believe. Or you don't know the communication's coming yet. Okay, but that's healthy. That one's different. Okay? But yeah, as for this, continue on in your stance of protectiveness. Please. Whatever this is, cares about the self. And it has a lot of emotions attached to it, which they insist are positive. But it comes to you in the form of negative patterns. Okay. I don't give a damn how intense your feelings are. If they're coming from a negative space where you insist I owe you, it can't be that good now, can it? It's very unhealthy. Okay. Yeah, but no, you are, I'll split that again. You are completely justified. Peacock. It was actually in reverse. That was very distinct. It's see me, see me, see me. Why aren't you seeing me? Why aren't you acknowledging me? I'm putting on a show for you. I'm putting on a display for you. Why aren't you giving me acknowledgement? Yeah, that is the ego, technically. It feels like it's a little bit more intense than that. And then ocean. Distance journey. I will not be closing that distance with you. I'll not be taking that journey with you. Is in reverse. It's like I don't want anything to do with you. I'm not crossing that bridge for you. No, nothing. I'm not taking that journey to cross the oceans for you. No. It's, yeah. Thing is, you've made yourself clearer. And the fact they haven't put that together is really disturbing. That tells me they see what they want to see, feel what they want to feel, and because it's so intense, it's like I have the right to keep approaching you. That's ridiculous. All right, 54. The crossing, the initiation, taking the steps, crossing that bridge, stars in the sky, limitless possibility, 54, 51, and spirit of the river, movement towards adventure. Yeah, soon enough when you take that crossing, okay, when you initiate the other side of whatever that is, it looks like this is coming up soon, and you'll have another opportunity within the next week or two to have to continue to block it. I completely agree. It's extraordinarily selfish. No matter how I look at it, it's just selfish and demanding, which is odd. 51, stars in the sky, limitless possibility, you want and reach for so much more. Excellent. Spirit of the river, movement towards adventure. Yeah, something's coming on through there towards the end. Once more, making strong discernment between what you will talk with and what you will not talk with. Okay? Okay, excuse me. All right. Oops, I'll take that over here. All right. Okay, we have the letters L, R, T. We have the medallion. I'm sorry, the dog tag, it says protected. You're protected in this, and you're also correct, I must say. We have the dove, sign of peace, and then the medallion of Scorpio. You might have some very strong Scorpio in your chart. Could be connected to, or this season could be important to you. More so down here in a couple of weeks when I see you have what looks like a very pleasant conversation with somebody, but it's still under the moon. You don't know what's coming. But it looks good. It looks positive. It looks healthy. Okay? All right. But yeah, I hope this helped you, Sagittarius, honey. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Aries, welcome to your Sunday check-in. What's going on? Show me Aries, please. Show me Aries. What's up? All right, King of Wands, Page of Cups, Ten of Wands, okay? The Lovers, Four of Wands, and the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, I see where the stress is coming from. Seven of Cups, Knight Nine of Cups and the Queen of Wands, that's better. It starts to feel a lot better in future, I'm happy to report. Right now, you are shouldering a kind of fair amount of burden here. King of Wands, Page of Cups, Ten of Wands, you're saying, I'm doing it. You're saying it's part of my responsibility. I accept that. So I see you taking on a lot right now. It's stressing you out. You're saying, I got it. I signed up for this. So you're taking ownership here. I'm going to keep myself open and available to this. It's what I choose to do. Okay. All right. Now you're showing me authority here with the King of Wands. I believe you. And the Ten of Wands is pretty normal. Just to let you know, things can get very stressful. Yes, we can carry a lot of weight and responsibility. But as I say, it needs to be the Ten of Wands of our choosing. In other words, if we're going to carry something, it's because we chose to. We got to be aware of it. So here you're showing me ownership. Okay, it's heavy right now, but I'm here. And I make myself available to carry a portion of this, or maybe all of it. We'll see. The Lovers, Four of Wands, Five of Pentacles. I don't think it's just you. No, there's a very strong connection here, and there's some sort of relationship with the Four of Wands once more. That's as two people define it, so I'm not sure how it's been defined. I don't know if it's marriage or long-term companionship, or you two have been seeing each other forever. I don't know. I just know that it's set in place. And the Lovers has a very strong connection, and you two have managed to build something into it, or out of it, I should say, with that Four of Wands. But right now, Five of Pentacles, there is some breakage, there's some issues, okay? Largely, I believe that's where the stress is coming from, or the strain, okay? Could be issues with the connection overall. Perhaps you or your partner is experiencing some difficulty at this time. We'll see. Seven of Cups, Nine of Cups, Queen of Wands. And then we kind of right the ship, not too far out from now. Confidence way back. Your energy softens considerably. So you went from the masculine to feminine. It's kind of like saying, okay, I can relax. Seven of Cups, Nine of Cups, literally feeling better, a lot more at peace, and a lot more emotionally available as opposed to weighed down, heavy, burdened, or strained. Okay, so that's good. We had a good turnaround there. All right, King of Wands, Page of Cups, and the Ten of Wands. But you are yourself, and you're being, authoritative at this time, but it's a good kind. Stepping into your power here. Saying, I got this. It's difficult right now, but I got this. There's stress here. Physical stress too, possibly. Eight of Swords, confusion, Seven of Cups. Queen of Swords, it's kind of like what's going on with them, and that's on your mind. Eight of Swords, you don't quite know. It feels like whomever it is you're connected to isn't as available as they usually are. They're not emotionally as considerate as they usually are. They're not expressing themselves very much right now. There's confusion around this. So typically you associate your person as actually being quite expressive, quite verbose, actually. This is usually someone who doesn't hesitate to tell you how they feel or what they're thinking, because here it's a combination of the two, thought and feeling. And you're saying, Eight of Swords, I don't quite know where they're at right now. Usually they let me know what's going on. And that's kind of weighing on you. So it's looking like you are showing me a sense of heaviness around this relationship as it relates to your partner. You're worried. You're worried about them. You're worried about them. They seem to be a little turned off at the moment. You're saying they're typically not like that. In fact, the opposite. You're saying they tend to be quite chatty. Like they always let you know what they're thinking and feeling, but you're like, something's not right. There's a heaviness here, and I think they're still trying to figure it out, and I'm here to support them. But it weighs on you. You're worried. You're worried about them. Okay? Could literally be Gemini energy, by the way. Maybe Libra. But a lot of air there. The Lovers, Four of Wands, and the Five of Pentacles. What's going on? Are we concerned about the household? What's going on? I agree. Someone's on switch right now is a little off. And I said, you told me they're typically not like that. Okay. And that concerns you. It weighs on you. It weighs on you. Five of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands. Okay. Okay. It looks like someone's biding their time until their energy feels better. Five of Swords, Knight of Pentacles. This idea, if I just take it slow, things will be okay. On the contrary. Let's not let this one sit. And that's what I see happening. I actually see you kind of addressing it. What's going on? Because someone's got it in their head, and I believe it's them. I'm not saying they're a bad guy here. That's a pretty low-key Five of Swords. That's pretty mellow. That's kind of standard, bog standard Five of Swords. It's not very threatening. It's this idea of, you know what, I'm just going to let time pass super slow, and maybe... No. Knight of Wands, and then I see your energy interjecting and kind of addressing this. What's going on? What's going on? You know, if I just give this time and I'll address it later, and someone's like, no, let's address it now. What are we concerned about? There's breakage here, Five of Pentacles. What's going on with the home, the connection, personal finances, the structure of the home? There's a lot of home issues here, okay, and the comfort around it. So it's kind of like, let's just go slow, take it slow. It's this person's way of showing avoidance, but again, it's so low-key. It's like a drop in the bucket. It's kind of like, I don't know how to sort my thoughts around this subject yet, so let's just avoid it for right now. It's this person's tendency towards self-sabotage, which isn't bad, because let me tell you, self-sabotage, it can go there. I've seen some really intense self-sabotage. This isn't it. This person's just like, I'm hoping if I ignore it, we can just... No. And then I see your energy get more directly involved. What's going on? What are we concerned about? There's some breakage here. I'm aware of it. Is that what's on your mind? What can help you feel better about this? Do you have deeper concerns around the issue? But let's take a look at it sooner rather than later, and I agree with that approach. There are some times when we have to let things ride and just let them sit. But this isn't one of them. It's like, talk to me. What's really going on? What's really on your mind? Okay, just avoiding it slowly over time, and maybe it'll resolve itself. That's not going to work too well. So, okay. So I see you getting a little confrontational there, but it's in that kind of healthy Aries way. Let's take care of this now, or sooner rather than later. And that way we can prevent anything else from fracturing, getting worse, becoming more broken. But avoidance doesn't help. And I think you remind them of that. Avoidance doesn't help. You're right. It doesn't. Seven of Cups, Nine of Cups, Queen of Wands. And see, you're so glad that you did. Like I said, you look a lot more relaxed. All right. The Seven of Cups with this person seems to be flowing again, and you feel satisfied. Okay. It looks like we helped abate the fears. Seven of Cups, Nine of Cups, and the Queen of Wands. Yeah, Five of Wands, Queen of Wands, and the Six of Pentacles. It's like, see, there's nothing here we can't work through. And it is. It's getting balanced out. It's a little rough, but honestly, the balance is... So I know repairs took effect because it went from a 5 to a 6. Queen of Wands is here twice. You are strongly representing yourself today. Yeah, so not only are you feeling a lot more emotionally soothed, you're seeing a better physical representation of balance between you two. But yeah, that's where the biggest source of tension was coming from. And I'm not saying that Five of Wands is fight as an oppositional. I'm seeing it as the tension. Clearly there was tension here. And it was one person wanting to avoid it, and where you stepped in and says, let's not do that, because from experience, avoiding things just makes things worse. You're right. So we have Five of Swords, Five of Pentacles, and Five. Whatever this is, 555, it was time to change it. If we had allowed to continue it on the path of not being addressed, fixed, rerouted, it would have gotten a lot worse. So I'm glad you caught it and you nipped it in the bud sooner rather than later. Absolutely. I mean, this was not one of those situations where we have to be patient. It was not that. It's like the sooner we address this, the better. So let's fix it, because it is a we. Like I said, they're talking again. They're emoting again. They're showing you their kind of standard sense of emotional self that pleases you, and things are starting to feel a lot more balanced. Okay, but we cleared the air here. We cleared up the tension, and all this is going to happen over the next couple of weeks. I strongly suspect the source of this person's avoidance has to do with 3D matters. So that could do with coin or issues with home repair, vehicle stuff, things like that. Things that cost time, energy, effort. Okay, so we address that. It looks like it gets fixed. Okay, smooths out considerably, and you are pleased once more. Okay. And it could be a very simple dialogue. It could be as simple as, you know, what's on this person's mind. We need to do this, but we can't afford it, so let's just let it pass. No. Address it. Let's talk about it. it might be an assumption, okay, with all that negative sword thinking, 8 of Swords, 5 of Swords, that something can't be done or fixed at this time or at this day or at this cost. It could be as simple as that, okay? This is where we need to talk, you know? So I'm glad that you stepped in. Crown. Oh, yeah. Success, pride. I can't help but feel we're the Empress in this story. You wear the crown of enlightenment. I just think you know better, and I think you know your person really well. You knew. You knew something was up with him. Yeah. But they put a lot of weight around you, or they perceive you in a very high role. But, yeah, I think the Empress here, I think you did the right thing. Success, pride. It was correct. Okay? Ocean, distance, closure, in the proper sense is that you would cross oceans for this, whatever it is. It's like, what is distance? What is distance, honestly? You'll take the journey, you'll go the extra mile, you'll make things happen, okay? You're willing to cross the oceans if it means finding a solution. Okay. $47, Sky Bridge, possibility for union. Yeah, I see you becoming more unionized. Look at that. Harmonious once more. You're already on that path with this person. It just leads upwards. In other words, this is an upper level commitment, and more often than not, you two tend to be on the same page. And so what we had was a recalibration here where you two get back on the same page again. Okay? Yeah, but no, this is absolutely a union. 100%. 47. Okay? More often than not, you two tend to be balanced. And when somebody dips down, when it's a healthy union, someone goes like, hey, what's going on? And then you go back up. Okay? That's more or less what happened here. Okay. A-T-W. And then we have the Medallion of Pisces. Some of you might have some very strong Pisces in your chart. Could be connecting to. This season might be important to you. And then we have the Book of Wisdom. Touch of Virgo energy in there, but just wise, experienced, knowledgeable, or, you know, the one who's enlightened, maybe. Okay? All right, Aries, honey. I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Aquarius, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Aquarius, please. Show me Aquarius. Okay. You, the Star. Knight of Swords. Queen of Pentacles. Two of Cups. Ace of Swords. And the Five of Wands. Okay. Ten of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. And the Two of Swords. Okay. All right. Interesting. You immediately kicked off with, I have a plan. And you do. You have a plan, the Star. You got a vision, a dream, a goal. Knight of Swords is actually active. You kicked it off. It's like, I got an idea. I'm going to do this. And Queen of Pentacles is coming from a good place in you. A sense of security here. An appreciation for, everything from the household self to the working self. Okay, you got plans and you want to see them through. You got some big ideas there, but they're perfectly reasonable. You're executing them. So yeah, absolutely. I love it. Good job. I like what you're doing there. You look excited. You look content. You're shaping things kind of your way. I like it. I like that you look happy. I like that. It's like, see? This is how I'm contributing, and it's pretty good. It's pretty awesome. Unfortunately, I see you met with some skepticism and or doubt. Two of Cups, Eight of Swords, Five of Wands. A lot of skepticism and doubt, unfortunately. That's a little more pushback than I care for. Apparently it's coming from someone who cares about you. You share some sort of emotional bond with. Okay. There's some disagreements there. It's like someone begs to differ about your plans or your ideas or your actions or your movements. It's weird because there's a lot of pushback here for something you seem to be so clear on, and in fact you're already engaging with. So I don't know what the problem is. We'll see. Ten of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, Two of Swords. You're like, you know what? Look, not everything's always clear, but you're showing me you're pleased. You're pleased with your results. King of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles. You're saying it's still pretty darn good at the end of the day. I think I've done some good work here. So no, not everything's always clear right away. But we try. It's like, and that's the whole point of trying anything, is to clear up the confusion, to see if we can do this. Make it work, expand it. Because you're showing me expansion of territory or solidity of your territory. Okay, it's pretty vast for you. You might have a lot of earth in your chart, a lot of responsibility, a lot of resources, or resources are available to you for your use, or you have a lot of connectivity or community ties. So you already expect a certain level of responsibility and action from yourself as it is. I'm not surprised then that you execute your dreams, your ideas, or your goals. Okay, you already have that responsibility with you. But this one was kind of important to you, and I like the way you approached it. You know, it's like, I'm happy and I'm busy and I'm content doing this. I'm sorry you got so much pushback on it, though. That's unfortunate. But you're doing great. You're doing great. Okay? So typically, as I say, you know, the King, Queen of Pentacles are more of the home energies there. So while I think what you're doing directly affects your home or your income, what you do to the greater extent of things goes beyond that. Okay? So it's kind of like what you do or how you are perceived as taking action is kind of important. Okay? Others see it. So you're showing me a lead by example, or I try to. The Star, Knight of Swords, and the Queen of Pentacles. Judgment, Nine of Cups, and the Star. You, twice, you might be double, triple, quad Aquarius. No, this is great. This is your dream. This is your vision. This is your baby. Yeah. You've been making decisions for this for a long time. The household, the work energy, something like that. And you continue every day, a little bit every day, in furthering those dreams. I love it. I love this. This is wonderful. I know it's so open-ended, and that's okay. But some of you, you're working the way you want. You live where you want. Like location was a big deal for you, and you're there now, and you're so happy. But it all ties back to a greater scheme of things. It's the Ten of Pentacles. Your opening was, I'm focusing on home goals. But what I do is seen in the greater extent of things. Okay, so that tells me you probably have a lot of community outreach. But yeah, I love what you do. You're so happy. Your personal goals are being met. I love it. I really do. You're investing in things you want to invest. It's worth it to you. It's worth it to your way of life. You're showing me a huge emphasis here on lifestyle. Like you're doing what you want, but it's done well. You couldn't be more pleased. You've made some really good judgments in there, Nine of Cups and the Star. So not only are you shaping up your 3D world the way you want, it personally pleases you. You're very happy. It's like, this is wish fulfillment for me. Honey, you have the means, you have the time, energy, effort, resources. You go on then. You go on. You deserve it. You've earned it. This is great. I love this. I love when people show me, oh, this is a big part of my calling and this wish fulfillment and my career, my home, how I see it, how I experience it. But I think you seem to be taking care of things on a more personal level, at the more home level. And you look pleased. You look so pleased. Do some of you get the dream home, right? Or the ideal location? You know what they say, location, location, location. And you're working on it. And it's just awesome. Something like that. Not all of you, that's just the impression I had for some of you. All right, Two of Cups, Ace of Swords, and the Five of Wands. So what's all this kickback about? What's with all the arguing and the disbelief and the questioning of your choices? What's that about? It's so awesome when I see people doing their thing and they're clearly good at it. And it was a good decision, a good measure of one's self-worth by the decisions we allow. And then somebody's like, I have a problem with that. Do you? Tell me again how you would approve or disapprove of my lifestyle. That's such a turn on. What's going on? Two of Cups, Eight of Swords, and the Five of Wands. Ace of Cups, Four of Cups, and the Ten of Pentacles. Ah. Okay. Little tricky that. It is part of your foundation as well. Someone here feeling neglected. They don't feel included. The heart hurts. Their opinion or their feedback doesn't feel welcomed or included. Where's me in all this? Okay. Where's me in all this? It's kind of a large pushback for someone who says that they identify in that Ten of Pentacles with you, and it's like they're not being considered in your choices. They're saying this affects me too. And they're angry because they're like, I'm questioning your choices. But a big part of it seems to have to do with emotional exclusion or feeling down. Like they're not welcome in this process or something like that. So it's coming across as angry and argumentative, you know, pushback on you. I'm questioning your choices and your authority or your decision making. But really it's coming from a personal place of disappointment. Not feeling included. Okay, and they say, I'm part of this world too. I should be included in this. And I think that's where the biggest argument's coming from. So instead of showing sadness and hurt and disappointment, they're opting in for anger and disapproval. Tricky. Let's take a look at that Ten of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, Two of Swords. And you're like, that's right, I don't know everything, but I think I've done a pretty damn good job here. Okay. All right. Ten of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, Two of Swords. Does my opinion not matter? Does it not count? Again, that has more to do with feeling emotionally down about the whole thing. But it's easier for some people to express anger. I'm not saying I approve of that. Oh, Six of Swords is in reverse. Four of Wands. Knights of Swords. Okay. I don't get this. Six of Swords, no more moving. No more moving, no more movement. No more relocation. Four of Wands, Knight of Swords. You're like, all my energy, action, intents are going towards this relationship or this connection. Okay, so now we know a little bit more about them. A little bit more on the partner side. Okay. They all go towards this. I'm not moving again. I'm not relocating again. This is it. All my attention, efforts, and goals are going towards this. No more movement. No more, no more, no more. I refuse to move anymore. No more anything. No more distance. No more getting space. No more back and forth. No more traveling. No more excess traveling. It's something about closing the gap. No more distance. No more space. This is it. This is home. I'm not going anywhere else. I refuse to move again. No more relocation. No more properties. Whatever. Or no more of what's with the constant movement. No more of that. No more of these hundreds of miles or distance. Do you guys move frequently? Was that an issue? Are you guys constantly traveling outwards and you're sick of it and you want home? You want home. You want home established. And I see all your efforts going into it. Okay. And it's a good reflection of you. And you've done well by your Ten of Pentacles. They're part of it too. But you've done very well by the foundation. But I see you putting a lot of emphasis on home base. It's time to look at my space, our personal home and finances. I'm tired of all the movement. I've done as much as I can and will continue to do so for the Ten of Pentacles. But can we put some more focus on home? So it's like, yeah, no, I don't know everything. There's always room for error. You're absolutely right. There will always be room for error. The point is that we're making choices that push past that Two of Swords and claim some sort of responsibility for decision making. And that's all you've been doing since the opening of your reading. There is something here where you have never been. I picked up on that almost immediately. You're showing me so much content, coziness, happiness around your home. So if you have a new home, you relocated, perhaps you're doing massive renovations. I don't know, but you're shaping this up under your vision. And you couldn't be happier. It's like the ideal location, etc. And someone here doesn't feel included, and they're pushing back on your choices. And I don't understand what the emotional sourness is in that respect, because they're there too. I don't get it. Do they want to keep the door open to other possibilities? They don't want you to get too locked down? Well, you're already locked down, honey. You already made it clear you're not going anywhere. So if that shit should have been worked out. Like, honestly, is that what this argument's about? I still want to travel. Apparently that happens a lot between you two. And at least one person here is sick of it. Or you move a lot. Or too many properties are involved. It's like, I'm done. Because you've gone full on investment. This is my space. This is my territory. So I can see why they don't feel it, because it's like you're not including their opinion. Like, to be flexible, don't get too locked down. Oh, bitch, no, it's well beyond that. I am locked down on that. No. It's well beyond that. This is your home. You're nesting the fuck out. Like, you are nesting this thing top to bottom. You ain't moving again. And you don't like all this excess fussiness around the movement. This person wants to keep the movement. They want to keep the flexibility. But that means nothing ever feels like home. So again, I don't know why this is such a sore point. They feel excluded, hurt personally. And I think they're showing in anger and insistence of questioning your judgments, when your judgments are actually very much in line with your goals. So no, that's incorrect. This has more to do with personal attention, and why aren't you including me? That I feel like perhaps maybe, I don't know. That's another reading. But the fact that you're so happy locking this down, nesting it, building it, really concentrating in it, is telling me you're putting all your eggs in this particular basket, and this person wants to have multiple baskets where they have a couple eggs everywhere, which means you never really invest in one concept. And you want one nest, one basket. Okay? Because there's, here's like, my opinion doesn't count. Well, you two might have been operating under their opinion for a long time. How many years of the flexibility and the traveling and keeping it light or renting have you been doing? You want this. And you made it very clear. No more movement, no more relocating, and no more this damn travel. I'm like, honey, when it's time to travel, it's time to travel. Okay? And it's like, you plan for that. And you're ready, and you're psyched up for it, you know. And maybe do it once, twice a year. But there's some people who's like, I need a road adventure every month. What? I can't stand that. I don't know. I don't know. It's just not me. Oh, look, another 5, 6, 7, 8 hours in the car. Great. And we get to do this on the way back too. Bonus. I don't get that. To me, that's not travel. That's being in a car. But a lot of people can find that. I don't know, but there's something there about the fussiness needs to stop. The constant motion or the uprooting needs to stop. Okay. The constant swapping of properties needs to stop. I don't quite know, but you're like, this is it. This is home. Okay, I got you. Snake, desire, attraction. So here I'm seeing snake as something that's kind of calling, see things my way. But I think, honestly, here it's in the positive context in this deck is the attraction. The attraction to this spot, this property, this home is your ideal dream. You were drawn to it right away, and you wanted to make it yours right away, and you're continuing to do so. And I just see you so happy. But I can kind of see where maybe in the snake negative, this is trying to draw you away from that, but not so much. Gate, opportunities, home. That's what I'm saying. You really want to maximize the opportunity of this home. Excuse me, I don't mean to be all dramatic, but it is what it is. You really want to maximize the opportunity of this home. I called it right away. And you are part of a larger community. Let's make that clear. It's like you've done your time. You've done your time being flexible and moving around within that community. Okay? You want something for you now. And yeah, that's it. You putting all that good work into your home and really making it yours. Well, I say go on, honey. Go on. I mean, what's the point of having a home if you're not going to make it yours? Okay? What's the point? What's the point? Okay. That's what I'm saying. You got to invest in the home. It's the thing. Invest in your home. It's the way you would invest in you. It implies a certain level of stability, mental health, and emotional well-being. The more you invest in your environment, you say, this is mine. Just like you would claim those parts of yourself. They're one and the same. It's your home. It needs to be home. Whale song, resonating. Some of you know exactly what I'm talking about. We have covenant contract. I see that someone signed a contract with you. They're there with you. Could be spouse, partner, community partner. I don't quite know. Repairing the veil, forgiveness, number 45, a deep diver, diving into a task. Like, once you are task oriented, you're on it. Nothing can put you off. I respect that. I completely get it. Okay. We have letters U, R, A, D, L, We have the Medina of Virgo. Some of you might have some very strong Virgo in your chart, could be connecting to, or this season might be important to you. And we have the Medina of the Child. Some of you have children. And if that's the case, then it's all the more imperative that you have a home base. They need stability in as much as adults do, more so. Or it could be in the negative space and that this person might be acting childish during a bit of a temper tantrum because we're not getting what we want. So even if children aren't involved in this, someone might be acting like a child, okay? Or they might have issues around security. Some people are terrified to invest in the long term. This idea of freedom or flexibility is often rooted in insecurity, okay? That happens quite a bit. So just FYI, that did seem to be the main subject of your read today. Anyway, I do hope this helped you. Put it in the comments. Take care. Be well. Gemini, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Gemini, please. What's going on? Show me Gemini. What's out? The Star. The Hierophant. And the Ten of Swords. Okay. We'll talk about it. King of Cups. King of Wands. Four of Wands. It continues on. Okay. Ace of Swords, the Eight of Swords, clearing up confusion, Queen of Pentacles. Okay, good. We're clearing up confusion. Good. We need to. The Star, straight away, opened up. The Hierophant. This is a, well, currently painful, but still beautiful commitment. It's one of a kind. It's very unique. Okay, it's almost like you two were destined to meet. You two fit each other quite well. You might have an incredibly unique story with this person and how you two met or how it happened or the stars aligned, fates, all that. It feels like that. It feels like that. It's the kind of connection only you two were meant to experience the way you did. It's not your average love story, I suppose. Not your average commitment story. More often than not, you two are pretty darn synced up. Pretty darn synced up. So when you're off, right? And you both know it. I bet you've had that conversation with your person too. We're off. Are we off? We feel off. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's how familiar you two are with it. You really are a strong commitment spiritually. Ideal partners. It's crazy. I bet you have a fantastic backstory. In the Ten of Swords, currently someone here's hurting. A little bit. There's some pain there, but again, the commitment stands up strong and tall. Okay. And you two are still holding hands, even now. King of Cups, King of Wands, Four of Wands. See? It's two heads of state who know each other quite well. Okay, I got two kings here. And it's shared over Four of Wands. So whatever this is built. It's built pretty tough. I see two people here always trying to take responsibility for this and to be active participants in it. So I tell you, when you two are synced up, you are. And when you're off, you know. You just know. You know when your person's off. You know when they're not feeling quite right. You can kind of know where they're hesitating in their thoughts and their expression because it's just different. Like I said, I bet you two have a lot of sync-up moments. And when you're off, you just know. Okay? Ace of Swords, Eight of Swords, Queen of Pentacles. There we go. Little bit of nurturing there, some TLC. Okay, personal home, quality care. Let's going to sort this up. Eight of Swords, Ace of Swords. So that's clear. This will always be able to cut through that. Okay, the sound and fury that is the bullshit of our minds. Okay, so whatever the fear is, the confusion is, I haven't been wanting to talk about it because Eight of Swords often ends up in procrastination, delaying, because we're not comfortable talking about something or making decisions around it. We'll just put it off. So here the Ace of Swords, like, nah. A little bit of quiet time, right? When it's just you two and the comfort of your home. We are shown some TLC here, either you to them or they to you. And we kind of cut through this. Things become clear. Okay? Other than that, I don't have too much here today, except over the next couple of weeks. You know, you two have, this was your story, your history. It started out as a very strong, unique connection. And it continues on. And you two want to get lined back up. Okay? But yeah, it's quite lovely. That's quite a strong commitment. It's impressive. The Star, the Hierophant, Ten of Swords. Oh, that's better. All right. What's up? should probably put the brace on for a couple of days. My lower back's been all meh. Two of Cups. The Magician. Four of Wands. Boom, boom. Bingo, bango. Okay, it's good. It's good. Nothing but love here. So as above, so it is below. All that. How it began is how it will end. It's beautiful. Started out beautiful and unique, and will continue on in that way. It's just gorgeous. There's nothing but love here between these two. Respect. Lots of that. And I said, equal contribution to that relationship. You know, I feel like I spend easily 60% of the tarot readings telling people how their shit's imbalanced. And please knock it off. Please stop overgiving. Stop being a lazy and undergiving. Figure it out. You both have equal responsibility towards a relationship. Anyway, these two actually get that. That's wonderful. It's very refreshing, I must say. It's very refreshing. But yeah, no, it's nothing but goodwill towards each other. You like it, you love it, you want more of it. The both of you want to continue this. So the Ten of Swords, where's that coming from? There's some pain here. Residing within that commitment, or at least with one person. But the love and support continues. We want nothing but the best for each other. Okay? King of Cups, King of Wands, and the Four of Wands. Very tight unit you two are. What's up? King of Cups. Someone's got a very bold heart. Five of Wands, lots of emo. Okay, so there's the insistence there. All right. So there is some frustration here. Someone has a big, bold heart. Okay, lots of Scorpio there. Doesn't have to be, just FYI. But yeah, someone here is very deeply emotionally loyal to this, the relationship. But yeah, they're pushing. They're pushing. What's up? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on between us? Or what's going on with you? That kind of thing. So someone here is making heavy inquiries. What's going on? But it's still done within the safety and the sanctuary of that relationship. Okay. But yeah, the energy is starting to get a little more restless between you and this person as we want to better understand this ache or this pain. Some sort of disconnectivity. It's not so bad that I can absolutely pinpoint it. It just seems to be prevalent between you two right now. Somebody's hurting. And then someone starts to get a little firmer, but it's firmness out of love. So, you ever heard that phrase, you have to be cruel to be kind, or it's kind of like that. Well, this one's kind of like, I'm getting confrontational with you because I love you. What's going on? But it's done so with full heart, okay? So here, again, 4 and 5, you're going to have arguments and tiffs and things and tension in relationships, but you two are still perfectly solid. They still want what's best for you. You want what's best for them. But someone here is getting a little more adamant. What's up? But it comes from a very strong heart. And I have to tell you, this is part of the gig as the King and Queen of Cups, emotional claimancy. Because I know who I am, and I'm proud of my feelings. I'm not afraid of them, and I'm not scared of them, and I don't think they make me weak. I will tell you that I'm upset, or this situation's upsetting, or I'm frustrated because I mean it. I do so with love. This is the honest truth of it. Okay? So, someone here is starting to get a little more, I love you. I love you to the moon and back. What's going on? Okay. Ace of Swords, Queen of Pentacles. Again, it's kind of like in the privacy of one's home. Someone here, I believe it's you. I'm not quite sure. Gets a little clearer with her thoughts. Okay, this is what I've been putting off, not wanting to look at, something like that. This is what's been on my mind. All right. Ace of Swords, Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, I mean, that's one of the times I'm going to see Five of Wands. Because I love you, I'm defending my position. What's going on? The people need to understand commitments, real relationships. You argue. but you love more than you argue. Okay, it's healthy arguing. People got stuff to work out, you know? 10 of Cups. Honestly, you can't respect somebody. You never really know who you're working with until you've had an argument with them. You really don't know. It's honestly, I don't know. I'll go down that road. Anyway. 10 of Cups, Page of Pentacles, 3 Cups. There we go. Yeah. I believe it's you, but it could be them. Someone's got something on their mind that has to do with, is everybody secure? They've been very anxious about that. Connecting to family, the inner circle, responsibilities at work. It seems to be a little bit of this and a little bit of that. It's like the variety show of what's been on someone's mind. You know, how the family's doing, the inner circles, that connecting well. 8 of Pentacles, it could be troubles at work. And it just might be a lot for one person. That's all. And they've personally been hurting a little bit, keeping that inside them. You know, until finally that person that has got that big old heart space that says, I'm calling bullshit. What's going on? Yeah, I believe it's you. You've had a lot on your mind about family. In a circle, 10 of Cups, that's a huge umbrella system. Or it can be. If family, friends, spouses, kids, all that. It's always on my mind. 8 of Pentacles, working, producing, being a provider. Many of you identify with providership. Queen of Pentacles plus the 8 of Pentacles, you're absolutely right. That's strong providership right there. Sense of responsibility for the household and the family. It's been on your mind. I believe it's you. And this is why your person's here, is that they can listen to you about these things, okay? Because they seem very secure. Their biggest point of concern or frustration was the fact that I believe it was you not talking about these things. Okay? So, is everything going to be okay? You know? You might have a couple of family members on your mind that you're worried about. You might have a couple of things at work that are just pissing you off or agitating you or making you uncomfortable. That's why this person's here. Okay? And that might even how they push back on you. This is why I'm here. This is why we're connected. Do you remember that? I just think one person here has a lot on their mind. Other than that, I mean, there's nothing here that's crazy, honestly, at all. Nothing that's over the top. Nothing that's dramatic. I think what's the most interesting feature about this reading by far is the uniqueness and the depth of your two's connection. It's funny, it didn't show me soul bond, but you two have a very beautiful history. Ideal. An ideal commitment. It works for you, it works for them at your highest planes, you know? That's wonderful. You don't always need a soul bond for that. You really don't. Old woman set. Oh, are we worried about? Okay, sadness, female. Older woman. Are we worried about older woman? You are, they are. Someone in the inner circle. Okay, we worried? A maternal figure, I don't know. But an older female, or perhaps someone who's in health issues. That's on our mind. I don't think that's your immediate person. I don't think it's you. I think it's someone as part of the overall concept that we're concerned about. There's a lot going on in the 8 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups. Okay. Dove, we just want peace. And peace over the subject. Peace for them. Peace for that situation. Okay, let's pull one more. Triangle. Choices. Indecision. Triangles in reverse, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to bring peace to them or that situation. They're on your mind. It troubles you. I don't know what to do. It feels like you're at an impasse. I don't know what to do. Honey, there's only so much influence we can exert. Okay? I know that it's kind of telling me that I believe if you could make choices for someone on their behalf, you would. And it's not your partner. They're there to listen to you. To listen to you, love you, nurse you, and help you through this. Okay? This has to do with choices that are out of your hand as it relates to someone else in your inner circle or at work. Okay? Yeah, it's out of your hands, but you do wish them peace, and you know, that's beautiful. The perfect storm, 44, the courage to step into life. Let's see, Lots of worry there. Okay. This seems like there's a lot going on. All the more reason to step right into the eye of it. You don't have to exclude yourself. I mean, you can't control the people's choices. I just said that, but courage to step into your own life. Okay? Concentrate on you and your commitment here. Okay? This might be the opportunity for you to get the reins back on your own stuff and your own opportunities and your own choices. Oh, 20. I know. Heart, home, compassion. See, that's they are 27. This is the ideal opportunity for you to talk and connect at home. I told you it was private. It was at home. And you see nothing but love there. That's the heart depicted with the home essence in it. Okay, compassion. Your person loves you like crazy. Number 27. All right? Be at home. Be at peace with your person. This might be the ideal opportunity for you to put the focus back on yourself and literally your home and anything and anyone within it, okay? But it seems like whatever that is out of your control. So do keep that in mind, all right? Focus on what you can control. In U, V, we have the Captain's Wheel, which is the Wheel of Fortune coupled up with the World. Time moves forward always. Doors open, doors close, and sometimes they reopen. But time moves forward always, so just make sure you're opening and closing doors appropriately. Gemini, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Libra, what's up? Show me Libra, please. Alrighty, what's going on? Happy birthday, by the way, before I forget, and I will. The happy birthday. I had a moment of like, what season are we in? Oh, yeah. As I often end up calling it accidentally, is justice season. We're in justice season. I do it all the time. Okay, what's going on? Okay, Knight of Cups. Queen of Pentacles and the Ten of Swords. Okay. Heads up. Some sentiment is coming through relatively soon, either coming towards you or you're putting it out there. Okay, we'll see. All right, Page of Swords, the Three of Swords, Four of Pentacles. I understand somebody been hurting. Okay. Two of Cups, the Empress, you. Oh, Judgment, yeah. Okay. It's dealer's choice here. And, you know, I want you to make the decision that's right for you because you are showing up as yourself. And this is going to be a powerful moment in your life, okay? If it hasn't come through yet, it will soon enough. Knight of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, Ten of Swords. So that kind of tells me then that you might be on the receiving end of this. So Knight of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, I got something here soft coming towards you. Your back, it seems, is turned to it at the moment. And that's because you're still reflecting on the Ten of Swords. Pain, most likely an ending between you two. In some way, some sort of ending. It was painful. But you can look at it now. You can look at it calmly now. And when you look at it, you can kind of see for yourself the elements pertaining to your self-worth and why it ended and etc. You would know. Point is that you can look at it comfortably and you get it. The King, Queen of Pentacles understand why something was either in their interest or not in their interest. And you're saying whatever this was most likely not in your interest. Okay. So you've learned what you needed to learn from it, and you will continue to do so. But again, whatever it is that prompted that pain looks like it's coming forward in some way, in an effort, maybe an apology. I'm very careful with that word in tarot. You might have noticed, or maybe you don't. I'm one of those tarot readers. I don't just throw that word around. Okay. Don't get me wrong. I wish more people owned their shit and apologized when they needed to. When they understand we hurt somebody or a situation or we made things that much more difficult or harder. I would love that. But most people, what they think and feel and what they do are often two different things. Okay? Most of the time our apologies and what we feel we might owe someone else stay locked up inside us. And it's like, oh, that counts. Right? So it's like we understand the principle of the thing, but actually doing it, being so vulnerable, being so strong, that's different. Okay? So it's nice to see that softening. It feels gentle. I believe it's gentle, like an apology. Okay. Page of Swords, Three of Swords, Four of Pentacles. Yeah, someone's been holding on to some heartache for a while. heartbreak for a while. And holding on to it, it hasn't changed too much from their point of view. I believe they've been keeping an eye on you. You know, little eye. Now, Page of Swords isn't always observation or spying. Sometimes it's just very little intellect. We don't think about it too much. Think about anything too much. Crosses our mind, but that's about it. If we choose to develop the knowledge, then we develop it. We turn it into something larger. Yeah, it can be that too. But this is not small insight. This is someone who's been looking. Okay, and they're hurting. 3 Swords, 4 of Pentacles. That's a lot of ache and holding on to that. 2 of Cups, the Empress, and Judgment. Yeah, see, your colors are so bold in the near future, and I mean near future. You get to choose. Okay, you get to choose. This is going to mark a moment of judgment on your timeline, and it when you experience it, it won't be all that, but it might mean something to you later. Okay, a moment in time you can reflect upon, and you're either going to reflect upon it positively or negatively, but you get to choose. In Judgment, based on your lessons of self-worth, was it worth it to you to open up and to forgive? You don't have to. You don't have to. It's not open up and you love them again. I don't know why people have that fairy tale thinking in tarot. It's like, oh, we fall in love again. Yeah, maybe. That's one out of thousands of possibilities, sure. But to accept what was offered, that's a choice. And since I already saw you looking at that scenario and how it related back to your self-worth, that's what I'm leaning towards here. Was it in your best interest to accept that? To also express, apology accepted or forgiveness for yourself, to exchange the love, to be fair. That's what that is. Hopefully they said what they needed to say. I do. I hope they did. You don't look with that level. That's a lot of pain. You don't look with that level of pain for a long time and not have something to say. So, but it's up to you. It might seem that you know now, right, looking at this, but it hasn't come forward yet. So until you've experienced it, you may not know. You don't really know what that person's thinking and feeling until you're actually on the other side of it, receiving it. So, and then after that, when you're on the other side and receiving it, you'll do what's right for you, what's in your heart. Okay? Just please know judgment's attached to it. You're equipped to make the right decision for you. But also this will represent a moment on your timeline that you will think about. Okay? All right. Let's break it down. Ooh, my, yours is interesting, isn't it? 9 of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, 10 of Swords. Ace of Wands. Excuse me. Page of Swords. And the 6 of Swords. See? It's interesting. So I'm kind of seeing some back and forth here. I can see where Page of Swords, whatever this is that keeps an eye on you, is try to move away from this, but then the energy comes back with the Ace of Wands, so it's a little bit of contradiction. Their mind and their energy tells them 2 different things. So that's one of the reasons why they delay and continue to watch, is because a big part of them isn't committed to moving on from it. Something lingers in them still. So pain and conflict, but also a sense of hope. It's not really passion in this context, it's hope. And remember, Ace of Wands is the light to path. It's fire, hope, warmth. So there's still a sense of warmth in this person's eye as they look at you. It's not just pain, but hope too. And it comes into conflict with what they've been trying to tell themselves, but they don't take too seriously. Leave it behind, leave it behind, leave it behind. Leave this whole thing behind. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Page of Swords, 3 of Swords, 4 of Pentacles. And they'll probably tell you something like that. I've tried to move away from this, or I just thought I could leave it behind or let it go. But I was hoping you would receive these words or this message that I have today. It's very like, I don't mean to bother you. I hoped you'd be receptive to this message. Okay. All right. Okay. Four of Cups. Hurt, disappointment, Two of Swords, confusion, Eight of Pentacles. Can we work through this? Man, this person's breaking my heart, but they've experienced it for themselves, and you could probably say the same with them, as they broke my heart or something. It hurt you and disappointed you. The thing is that you are able to look at it calmly. And to you, it comes down to a matter of self-worth. So that tells me you put a lot of thought into this. Okay. And a lot of healing too. Comfortably over time. But, for this person, it's not over. The ache still carries with them. They've held on to it. Four of Pentacles and the Four of Cups. It's a pretty damn strong holding on pattern. And can we work through it? They got to know if there's hope. They got to know if there's hope. So that's probably why they haven't been able to completely commit to leaving this behind, is because that sense of is there hope to work through this is still quite strong through this person. So, Okay. So that's why I think they still look at you, and that's why I see something coming towards you. Two of Cups, the Empress, and Judgment. I can see where something like this would feel extremely validating, and I get that, but I just don't want it to be a vindictive experience for anybody, because I have to tell you once more, what people thinking or feeling and what they know they ought to do doesn't match up to what they actually do. So I'm happy for you. Not too many people get this, so that's lovely, and hopefully this will give you both a sense of peace and healing over the subject. I know we all think we'd wish hell and fire upon somebody, but most of us just want to feel like we've been understood. Okay. Ace of Cups, the Three of Swords, Page of Wands. That's beautiful. The heart space blooms a little more for them. I suppose you receive it. You don't have to. There's the perfect choice, not the absence of it. And I have to maintain, because Judgment's in your future positioning. You won't know until you're in the moment. That's life. That's real tarot. That's life. A lot of people, I don't know, I hear it all the day, all day, every day. And it always gives me so much amusement and so much disdain for people. Well, if I was in that situation, I'd have did. Shut the fuck up. You wouldn't know what you were doing until you were in it. We are all different, and while we might have a general set of rules, standards, and norms for everyday situations and people, and we should, what happens when it's exceptional? You have to know with Judgment what is operational standard versus what is exceptional. This is exceptional, but that's for you to decide. This might be the right one to forgive. That doesn't mean you kiss and make up and have to commit to each other. Who said that? I'm not saying that. I'm saying what's obvious. To accept someone's emotional cup for forgiveness and hear pain from their point of view and how they experience things, that's a choice. So a lot of people say, I would do this, that, and the other. Shut the fuck up. That's what you would do for dickhead and asshole and anyone else, okay? But they wouldn't come back around. I know that. They're that same person who has the idea that they did something wrong, but they won't talk about it. And that's what I see more often than not. So does that tell you this is your standard situation of fuckery? Or is this an exceptional kind of situation? Okay? It's so weird. The people we want to come back around the most and apologize are the least likely to. Okay? And that's why we ache for it, because we know they're not gonna. And there's the people you stop expecting anything from. And they had time at a distance to think about things and reflect on them. And they kind of tell you who they really are. Okay? I saw you being at peace with the subject, or learning to be at peace with the subject. I didn't think you were looking for them at all. You weren't manifesting them. You weren't holding on to them. You're like, this is the situation as I understand it. They chose to come back. and at least put something forward. So, respect. But again, you won't know until you're in it. And that's the way it should be. Do you really want some tarot lady on YouTube telling you what to do with your life? That would be so wildly inappropriate. Okay. I can give you advice, though. House, relocation, home. Oh, okay. Again, I see that this, I tried to move away from you. Could literally be physically, too. But mentally, no. Spiritually, no. You can change houses as much as you want. Change locations, change your street address. You still end up coming back if it's right for you. Okay? But house, relocation, home. Much time has passed. Separating, perhaps you two separated home. Changed environments, changed Ten of Pentacles. Someone moved just to get away from the idea of you, but that didn't change anything, did it? But it wasn't a long journey. No, it was not a long distance. It was not a long journey. But the idea was like just the idea of you haunted me, and I tried to get away from it, and I can't. But it's not a long distance. It doesn't seem that way. And it has to do with the heart, the love, the new love. Okay, so again, I did see someone's heart on the line, and heart isn't just about being in love, guys. It talks about peace. Okay, it talks about compassion. It talks about forgiveness. That's all love. Choice. All right. If it goes in that direction and you choose it, good for you. For some of you, peace and listening to them, it might be enough. Who knows? $62, Will-o'-the-wisp. Treasures hidden in the shadows. See, you didn't expect it from them. You didn't. I guess you gave up. It's like, I'm not going to get anything from them, and why should I? Why should I? You were more preoccupied with what it is that you had to learn about this situation. In a tidy house, clarity and organization. That's what I'm saying. Some of you have your best thoughts, a sense of organization and healing around the home. I'm the same damn way, let me tell you. Because I did see that homebody in you, and it's kind of like a tidy house, a tidy home is a tidy mind and a tidy heart, and you focusing on the house helped you. Okay? All right, 1 and 62. All right. All right, we have letters E and C. We have your medallion and that of Capricorn. You might have in these very strong placements in your chart, could be connecting to, or the seasons might be important to you. We also have the Captain's Wheel. Everybody gets that because it's so true. It's the Wheel of Fortune coupled up with the world. Time moves forward always. Sometimes doors close, they open. Sometimes they burst open. Sometimes we lock them shut. And sometimes, you know, we revisit old doors, even if temporarily. And then the owls in reverse. Yeah. A small eye. We kept a small in this situation without really understanding why for a long time. But then somehow we finally connected the dots. So I keep watching this because I'm still heartbroken by it. Sometimes it takes a while for people to put those things together, you know? Okay, Libra honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Taurus, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Taurus, please. Show me Taurus. Okay. 2 of Wands. Queen of Cups. Ace of Swords. The Hanged Man. 3 of Wands. Temperance. Lots and lots of time. Lots of it. Oodles of it. Oh boy. What's going on? 6 of Cups. Page of Swords. The Magician. Okay, well, it's an admission. It might be a small one, but still, it's still an admission. It's some sort of conclusion. We'll take that. The only time I get irritated in tarot anymore is when King of Pentacles is underlined. That's you. Is when I see absolutely no progress at all, which drives me a banana sandwich. And I was wondering if that's where we're headed. It's like, by all means, take the time you need to take, but I still need to see something that suggests we're doing something somewhere. Okay? I respect time. I do. And it's different for everybody. The time they need to think about things, heal through things, contemplate things. Okay. But still, we are thinking about, we're going to do what, we're feeling what. So you showed me something. So good. 2 of Wands, the Queen of Cups, 8 of Swords. From a distance, from your own point of view, in your own space and time, I see you contemplating your feelings, but you're confused by them. Ace of Swords. Okay? Very simple, very easy to read, very classic. You have a wealth of feelings available to you. Queen of Cups. But you're confused by them simultaneously. It causes you conflict. I feel a lot. Some of it makes sense, some of it doesn't. Shit. Right? It's hard when the King and Queen of Cups show conflict around their feelings. That means we have a lot of deep feelings, very strong ones, but some of them just don't make sense to us intellectually. Okay? So, got that. Easy to read. Over here. Whoo! I don't know that we're entering the Twilight Zone, but it's more like we're entering some kind of time zone. And it's it's a lot. The Hanged Man, Three of Wands, Temperance. It's like, you know what? It's going to take the time it takes. So I have the feeling that for many of you, you've been upside down gaining perspective around this very issue actually for a lot of time already. For others, let me tell you how this looks through my eyes. A year plus. Okay. Man. You must have had some very deep conflicting feelings. But the Hanged Man, Three of Wands, Temperance. No rush on that one. I will say this, that's an active 3 of Wands. In other words, you were hanging back for a good reason. Okay? You're trying to heal and sort this out, and what does it mean to you, gain perspective on it, and you're learning and learning and learning and feeling and feeling and feeling and trying to consolidate the more difficult parts of you. So temperance is often a misgiving. So temperance equals time. We know this. Patience. And it looks so easy, but it's anything but. So typically with temperance, we see an angel tossing around 2 cups, the water within. This is meant to represent all that is good and all that is hard or difficult or bad. The good in us and the not so good in us. Okay? Our good thoughts and our bad thoughts. Good feelings, bad feelings. Okay? And that can be quite the process. And there, in there, somewhere we find balance or peace with what we are feeling and thinking. Okay? And that's why we often say it takes the time it takes. So I respect that. But also, wow. So I don't know where you are. Some of you, you're more than a year out from this kind of healing journey over conflicted feelings. For some of you, perhaps you just started the process. Perhaps some of you, you might feel like you have wrapped some of this up by Sagittarius season, which, what is that, 2 months? Okay. Yeah. Oh. Looks like I got a knocker. I'm sorry, just heavy sigh. Oh, heavy sigh. It's just that time of year where things start cooling down, and so you get, when you live in a large neighborhood, you just, the sales drives is just, it's crazy. Like, I am that person who's had to set up signs that says no soliciting, and I hate doing that, but it's so pervasive. It's ridiculous. It can just, especially at this time of the year, where you could have 3 or 4 sales calls in a day. So you got to ignore it. You just got to ignore it because it just can't. I can't be running to the door every time somebody wants to sell me on a new roof. Oh my. Anyway, I'm just going to let that stretch out. The Hanged Man, Three of Wands, Temperance. I know it's hard, guys. I know it's hard. I have nothing but sympathy. It's, but also being on the other side of things, I don't want to have to deal with that several times a day. No. Just not gonna. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. It's my time too. All right, the Hanged Man, Three of Wands, and Temperance. Yeah. Yes, I don't know where you are. I don't know. But when you're ready to step outside of that circle, you will. 6 of Cups, Page of Swords, the Magician. All right. There it is. Little progress. Like, okay, we did all this contemplation. What we gonna do, Taurus? And you're like, I figured something out. The Magician, Page of Swords. You got some bravery there. I want to open up to this. I do. And you're figuring out how. And that's after you step out of your kind of bubble. Okay? Your healing bubble of what to do about your conflicted feelings. Page of Swords, that's probably the most active eye I've seen in a long time because the Magician's building behind us. That tells me you want to know more. I want a stronger mind or a stronger will to connect to this. Six of Cups. So it's a soul bond, of course. Even if you don't believe in that, you've known them a very long time. You two might have a unique connection, a unique emotional undercurrent that runs between you two. You two go way back. You have shared memories, shared cups, that kind of thing. But yeah, the Magician, I'm summoning the will to approach this, to look at this, to talk to it, something like that. Page of Swords, trying to ready ourselves into a state of communication or action. Okay? The thing is, I want to know more. I want to approach this. So you settled upon something. You did. Okay? All right, let's get cracking. Two of Wands, Queen of Cups, Eight of Swords. Well, that was one of the more polite ones, I must say. It's when they double tap or even triple tap. Taurus, honey, you don't even know how pissed off I get. The first couple of times I ignored you, your hint was, your clue was, did you just triple tap? No, you didn't. No, you fucking didn't. Oh, whatever it is you were trying to sell me, guess what kind of mood I'm in now? Oh. So that one, I grant, it was polite. One time. That's it. That's it. Good for them. All right. Two of Wands, Queen of Cups, Eight of Swords. Oh. One thing. No, it's that time of year. It's just fall, autumn. Every autumn this happens, and spring too. And when you live in this huge neighborhood, just make the rounds, make the rounds, make the rounds. Anyway. Two of Wands for the Two of Wands. Yeah, the Hierophant, you. King of Cups. Oh, honey. Oh, you're a big old feeler, aren't you? Yeah. Hopefully you see it as a strength, not a weakness. Very important distinction, so I hope that you do. But I do know you take your feelings to a very deep place. You might have some really strong water in there, particularly, I'd hazard a guess, Cancer and Scorpio. So you might have some very deep water running in you. But you are absolutely showing me conflict of feeling. You feel very strongly in one particular direction, feel very strongly in another particular direction, and how to consolidate that. The point is that you acknowledged it right here. I love that. You acknowledged it. Okay. Two of Wands twice. You acknowledged it. A couple of times, actually. And it's kind of like, okay, I'm going to pull myself aside then and quietly work through this. Well done. All right. Okay. The Hanged Man, Three of Wands and Temperance. I just know that that emotional conflict directly involves you. Okay. And it seems you felt it in as much as you experienced it on the outside of you as well. Okay. So I see you gazing upon the outside world. So of course it involves someone else. Okay? What you looked outwards, it was in some way reflected back on you. That's all. I know everything sounds so fancy in tarot. It's quite simple sometimes, though. All right. The Hanged Man, Three of Wands, Temperance. Seven of Swords, there's the doubts, Four of Pentacles, misgiving, Four of Wands. Okay, going back and forth and trying to get yourself more and more comfortable and healed around what looks like a very uncomfortable subject. Seven of Swords, Four of Pentacles, Four of Wands. It has something to do with doubts, misbeliefs, misgivings about some sort of relationship here that you don't know that it actually was a relationship, and we kind of went back and forth on that. But it's like, if it wasn't, then why the hell did I hold on to it? Okay, so if I held on to it as long as I did, then what does that mean in terms of my feelings? But then wait a minute. If I doubt its realness, if it didn't really even exist, how could I have feelings towards it at all? And it have feelings towards me? Okay, so it went on and on like that for a while. Particularly about why we held on to this relationship. It looks like it was primarily emotionally based. A lot of feelings, a lot of feelings that involved a lot of room for error, self-doubt. What was the point of it? A conflict over feelings. How I feel, what they feel, and why are we confused about all this? And again, we kept coming back to that. It's like, if it wasn't a relationship, then why the hell did I hold on to it? What was its meaning to me then? And you had to work through all of that. And then a part of you, Seven of Swords, is like, well, discounting the whole experience. Maybe it wasn't real. So again, that's what you were tossing around there with Temperance. The realness versus perhaps this idea of non-realness in this so-called relationship, which I can kind of get it because, again, it looks largely emotional from my point of view. Okay. But yeah, that was your consolidation gig right there. Was this real? Was it not real? Therefore, my feelings, were they real? Yes, they were real. It's not just because I'm looking at the cards. It's because the emotional depth and presence is there. I only see what's here, not what isn't. I might have given more credit to your disbelief had you shown me something like a Page of Cups, a Three of Cups. That's like, okay, maybe it wasn't all that. Maybe it was more about the joy surrounding the connectivity or the fun, but not necessarily the quality. There's a lot of quality feeling in here, a lot. So yes, I think it was real. But when people struggle with things like this, one of the best ways I can give you a definition about whether or not the feelings were real and did they really go that deep, and where they really returned to me that way. Because there is a give and take, and I can see that with the Two of Wands there twice. What you saw outwards is what was reflected back onto you. Or what you put out there was reflected back to you, I should say. Yeah, a couple things. Love is love. So either was or was not love. Okay, so hopefully that takes off any room for question there. But another thing, how do you know if it was real? Did you at any point mourn this? Did you mourn it? Okay. Did you feel the loss of it? Did it hurt? Did you cry? If you can mourn something, then it was real. You don't mourn what wasn't real. Right? There you go. That's it. So hopefully that helps you. You're still not quite out of that circle yet of figuring these things out, but maybe that helps. Okay? Yeah. And why did I hold on to this relationship? Because it was real to you. You felt it anyway. But yeah, there may not have been much to show for it in the 3D, and that might have come into conflict with your Earthian instincts about whether or not this is real. The emotions sure as hell were. Okay? But hopefully that gave you a little bit more to work with. But yeah, continue on in your healing journey. You have much more perspective that you've already gained and you will continue to gain. Okay? But I strongly suspect by Sag season, you might be stepping out. Okay? Six of Cups, Page of Swords, the Magician. All right. Yeah, like we're doing something. The will to open up more to this. I don't get to see that too often. Most people just like Page of Swords is there. That's it. It's done. You're like, no, I want to do something with this. Okay? I need more insight, yes. But yeah, communication rising, maybe. Action rising, maybe, yeah. Okay. Let's wrap it up. Six of Cups. Page of Swords, the Magician. Judgment. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, I mean, when the time is right, you'll know what to do. Ace of Pentacles, of course, being your master symbol. King of Wands, and with confidence. And how? Good job. No, I love that. See, it started out with, well, I'm not trying to be presumptuous, but I am trying to find a solution to approach this. So you figured out what was important to you, and that's all I care about. It is that Six of Cups. It is smooth. Judgment, Ace of Pentacles, King of Wands. No, not only will the energy be correct or the timing will be correct, so too is what's being presented. And that could, honey, you would know best about what that is to you. Some sort of offer or gesture, but the realness of it. Okay, the realness of you, making yourself present. I like that. Yeah, a little bit of asking from the universe, you'll know what to do. Again, I'm not designating, I'm not pointing fingers like, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. And I'm not saying you're responsible. I'm saying this is what's been on your mind. You had a problem, you figured it the fuck out. You will settle upon the solution that's correct for you. You'll get the results too. I see it. It's actually quite positive through my eyes. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Good luck, honey, and good job. I really like what you did here today. I like how you showed me this rather large emotional problem, and you had the dedication to work through it. There's a steadfastness to it, and temperance feels very disconnected. It's not all day, every day. It's like occasionally you're going to have to take your phone off the charger, and you're going to deplete, and then you're going to forget about your goals of healing and etc. And then you put it back on charge, and like, oh yeah, I was working through this. You know what I mean? So I just know that you work through it. You work through those feelings and conflict, and something here gives you a little more insight, okay? To move forward and do something with that connection. I like it. It looks really good. And I like how you feel about it, more to the point. Heart, yeah, I know it has to do with love, new love somewhere in between, or renewed, or feelings, or getting the heart space back in order between you two, okay? Or that's the hope, that's the idea. Pearl, hidden gem. See, you got that hidden pearl, that gem, wisdom, insight, waiting to come forward. Okay? Beautiful. Excellent. Okay. Stranger, curiosity. Oh, it feels like we're strangers, but we're curious. Okay. Bit curious. Curiosity. Stranger, curiosity. See, you don't feel like strangers unless it's been a very long time. It might seem like you're approaching a stranger again, but I don't think so. I think I'm focusing on the word curiosity here. Remain curious to this day. No, you did. Oh, yes, you did. Okay. Yeah, 19. Oh. The falling angel. Spiritual narcolepsy. Okay. Well, if it feels like you've been asleep, that's because you were busy doing something. Number 19 as well. I fell asleep at the wheel spiritually? No. If anything, I think you woke up to it. Okay? You know more today than you did yesterday, and you will know more tomorrow than you did today. No, if anything, I think that side of you was activated for whatever this was or represented. Oh. We have letters G, F, K, and one medallion, that of Sagittarius. Yeah, okay. We're going to call it Sag season. Yeah. That is late November. Starts late November to late December. We call it Sag season. I'm calling it. You might have some interesting Sag in your chart, particularly North Node rising. I don't know. Something's there about Sagittarius season or critical placement in your chart. Oh, and number 2, beloved, radical acceptance. Oh, yes, the heart is aflame. Okay, Taurus, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Virgo, welcome to your Sunday check-in. What's going on? Show me, Virgo. What's going on? Show me, Virgo. 2 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, Page of Swords. Ace of Wands, 5 of Pentacles, 6 of Swords. Nope. King of Cups, 2 of Swords, and the Lovers. That's probably closer to a yes. This is closer to a no. Hopefully that helps you. No. I'm not telling you what to do. It's just it was really straightforward for you today. It's like, no, probably. It's called tarot math. When I add it up and I look at the energies, it's positive, it's negatives, and sometimes it just speaks for itself. But tarot's the proof of choice, not the absence of it. This is entirely up to you. 2 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, Page of Swords. You have your eye on a situation. You're like, will it cooperate? Will it work out? Will it be friendly? Will it be collaborative? Will it try? There's kind of a lack of conviction there. Now, I will say, uniquely, I see people grow into ideas, but you're like critically doubting it from the outset. It's like, I don't know about that. Probably not, is what you're saying. And that's probably based on real experience. Excuse me while I adjust this cloth clip. That way I'm not bumping it or whatever. Anyway, Two of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, Page of Swords. I was like, will it cooperate? Will it be friendly? You kind of doubt it. And that tells me you've tried before, whatever this is, to make this connection work, this friendship work, time, energy, and effort. Honestly, the idea kind of turns you off intellectually. You're like, I doubt it. You don't seem to be seeking further knowledge, and that's because you've probably tossed the coins around with this person before. Trying to get them to be a little more friendly, a little more cooperative. Ace of Wands, Five of Pentacles, Six of Swords is so lackluster for you. You're out. You're out. I think you humored it for a little bit more. And then at some point you kind of went, oh, fuck it. Like, any energy you had to renew this or build back into it is gone. It's just gone. You look so out of there. Tired. It's like it's not worth it. It's not worth my time. That's kind of what this is up here. It's not worth my time. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, you've tossed the pentacles around this with this situation or person before. Trying to get it to rebuild, restart, reconnect, or just be more productive, cooperative. And you said, based on that experience, excuse me, I'm not exactly thrilled with the idea. And you're really not. It's like, I'm out of here. Ace of Wands, the hope, the energy, Five of Pentacles, it's broken. Six of Swords, you're out. You don't have time for this. Now, in future, King of Cups, Two of Swords, the Lovers. And that's a different tune. That's a different tune. When you're kind of like, give up on this situation, I really don't know what it is. It looks so low functioning to me, but you would know that better than I do. It really does look uncooperative and unproductive. So I don't know what the goal is here. I don't know if it's work. I don't know if it's with a friendship. I don't know if it's a family member. I hope that's not a love connection. Oh my. Sad. I hope not. But the thing is, you've tried it. You've tried it a couple times to make repairs with it, and it's not taking. So after that, when that's done, King of Cups, Two of Swords, the Lovers. Okay. If your biggest to-do on that is, how do I open it up in love to them, you'll be fine. If that's it, if that's your biggest concern, you'll be fine. King of Cups, the Lovers, you're fine. It's fine. That's fine. Two of Swords, what is that? That's nothing. Okay. Just don't let it cloud, I would say, your judgment. That's your insight. But try not to let it cloud your heart. The heart here, the feeling here for this connection is so much stronger than that little bit of confusion, Two of Swords. Okay. Could be a little bit of a mental delay tactic, nerves playing up on you. Who knows? But try not to give it too much credit. Okay. But yeah, this one's a no, but we just had to make sure it was a no. And that's more likely a yes in future. Could be as early as Scorpio season. Couple weeks. Essentially, Two of Swords is a couple of weeks in tarot time. But doesn't have to be. All right, let us begin from the beginning. Two of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, Page of Swords. I'm just hearing one of my favorite songs that may not be relevant to you, but I keep hearing it right now, and that's okay. It's And I Love Her, Cobain's version. Of course, The Lovers is here, but I've seen it many times. It doesn't necessarily trigger that song, which has the phrase "my lover" in it. So, yeah, I don't know. Might have some relevancy for you. Two of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, Page of Swords. She brings to me. And I love her. Two of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, Page of Swords. Four Pentacles, Four Swords. I know you did your time on that particular line. I know you have. Yeah, you held on to this as long as you could, and the effort that it would kind of get its shit together or make more sense to you or be more cooperative. You actually had wished for it, if you can believe it, for a really long time. So the fact that you're showing me a Page of Swords, that whatever this is, has lost all believability for constructive effort, unity, friendship, just getting along, We've dispelled that myth. Yeah, no, you've been holding on to this for years, hoping it would work better, more effectively, whatever. It's hard to tell with Earthian concepts sometimes. You will show me something and completely disjointed. It's just not working. It's just not working. And it could be about family. It could be about work. It could be about your spouse. But for Earth sign, it's not working. It's not working. Is it? It's just, it's not functioning for you. It's not functioning. You had hoped, sincerely hoped once upon a time it would. Okay? You used to be very invested in it in terms of self-interest. I hope this works out. I really do. Okay. Ace of Wands, Five of Pentacles, Six of Swords. Nonetheless, I think you still gave it a little bit more time to get its shit together. Not by much more. And I'm telling you what to do. But I do know you're done. Okay? Ace of Wands, Five of Pentacles, Six of Swords. I mean, the fact that you had such a small eye small eye on it. Yeah. It's like I've done this with you before. You know, just the energy's out of you, honey. It's just so out of you. All right. Ace of Wands, Five of Pentacles, Six of Swords. The Moon, La Luna, Ace of Cups, and the Queen of Swords. Oh, well now, how about a little of that? A little bit of the unexpected. Yeah, we'll take that. That's cool. Little do you know. And it actually lines up to your bottom row there. Little do you know, you weren't expecting it. You didn't assume anything. It's just like, look, I'm leaving this. That's all you knew. That was all that was on your mind. You're making it super duper official. I'm out of here. No more energy or effort towards this. No more wish fulfillment towards it. I'm good. I'm good, bruh. Little do you know, as you exit this, you're actually entering into the unknown. The Moon, Ace of Cups, Queen of Swords. Yeah. You'll have the opportunity for new love. You leaving this behind had nothing to do with that. It's not like an add-on. It's not like a, well, it wasn't a motivation. It's like, I'm going to intentionally leave this behind and boom, lover's union, here I come. No. It's not like that. As you consciously choose to leave this behind, you enter into a period of new love. The opportunity is before you. The window opens. Cool. Cool. Good stuff. So it's not like this had the, you know, it's, I'm doing this, I'm giving this up so I can go have that. It didn't have that vibe. It really didn't. As you leave this behind, one door closes, another one's going to open, and this time it's love. Okay, King of Cups, Two of Swords, the Lovers. Well, no wonder you're uncertain. It's like, really? Really? I just did away with that, and now there's this. Life surely doesn't work like that. Yeah, it does. Sometimes, I grant you, it takes time. But it really, sometimes it is hand in hand like that. King of Cups, Two of Swords, the Lovers. There's something about a surprise to you. You didn't know what happened that quickly, or that it could be so, I don't want to say easy, but you can't miss the feeling either, though. King of Cups, Two of Swords, the Lovers. Oh my stuffy. Judgment. Oh, yeah. It's an open and shut door. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it really is on a hinge. Your world here is on the hinge. As I said, as one door closes, another opens. That was literally the case. It was time. It was going to play out this way. Why? I don't know. For the Virgo I'm looking at, things were just in your favor. You know, and universal alignment of things. You left that, and it looks like the universe pulled some strings for you. I don't know. That it was timing. It was supposed to work out this way, and only this way. It will lead to a space of emotional enrichment. So this is going to expand your world, not shrink it, which is good. The Lover's connection can often be quite one-to-one and quite selfish, not necessarily spreading into something larger. This one does. So this really is going to be your gateway into not just new love, but emotional enrichment. Ten of Cups. Okay. Inner circle. So it's not just a personal love connection. It leads to something larger. Okay. Much larger. Your emotional network is going to increase. Yeah, but it's beautiful. It's really beautiful. So as like I said, if your biggest stressor in future, which isn't too far off, is how to open up to this, and should you? And you know, it's kind of mind blowing, right? I just walked away from this. I just called it done, declared it done. That's all I was thinking, and now there's this. What? Yeah, so if your biggest problem is like Two of Swords, it's a good problem to have. Should I open to this? I don't know, Virgo, should you? But yeah, no, it's timing. That's just the way it played out for you. That's just the way it played out for you. It's for this Virgo I'm looking at. It's your due. It's your time. It couldn't have been any other way. Okay? Very nice. We'll take that. Yeah, we'll take that. Yeah, yours was literally on that hinge today. A hinge reading. As I sometimes refer to it as. It's a hinge. What's up? Well, it's good to be you. No, but at the time out here, it's disenchanting, isn't it? You lose all that spirit for it, and it's like, shit. It really is true. I was holding on to this, hoping it'd work. It's not. Again, I don't know what it is. For Earth signs, once more, you will just often tell me this isn't working, and I don't know what the hell you're referring to. I still don't. By all rights, given anybody else, I would say it's a job thing. Okay? For you, it's something you gave years and years of your resources, time, energy, and effort for it to work out. For you to literally feel better about it, and you didn't. You lost hope for it, and that's all you showed me. Okay? Dove, sign of peace. Yes, beautiful. Be at peace with this. Bride. Some of you are the bride, or you will have a bride in future. Okay? The one that represents youth, vitality, or ripe for the pickings, you know? But bride, wife, or engagement. Yeah. Like I said, I see your social world, your emotional world getting much larger. It's not just a direct one-to-one lover's connection that you fall in love with. That's there. Okay? It leads to a bigger world. Yes. Okay. And wolf. Cunning. Stealth. Okay. That's interesting. You pursue this. It feels right. By the light of the moon. We have the reference of the moon here. Perhaps how you feel things shift and change by the next moon. Which, yeah, Monday. But maybe not. I don't know. Territorial. Defending your territory. That'd be a wild side of you. Okay. But honestly, the only context I really see that is that you're no longer pursuing this. You no longer claim it as your territory. It's the opposite of. So, when Earth gives up a part of its territory, it's not territory you want anymore. So, okay. Repairing the veil, forgiveness, 45. You tried to make things work. Okay. Oh, N-E and big dollar bill. I haven't seen that for a while. Yeah, more of that earth energy. You might have a lot in you. You could be having concern to do with the resources back here and how it might have been a resource drain, or whatever this is might be work and it's not worthy of you. It's not paying enough. I don't know. But you will. You would. Okay. Virgo, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take northeast. Northeast? Northeast what? I don't know. Territory? What does that mean? Are you giving up on something to do with the Northeast territory? Work? Opportunity? Systems? Contracts? I don't know. Something that you gave up in the Northeast? It's coming across possibly the negative, but honestly, it might be the thing that you need to get away from. I don't quite know. I honestly don't. They just... Anyway, like I was saying, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Capricorn, welcome to your Sunday check-in. What's going on? Show me, Capricorn, please. What's going on? Show me, Capricorn. Okay. What's up? Nine of Pentacles, Page of Wands, Two of Cups. Well, you look gorgeous. You keep on with that. The Sun, the Four of Swords, Four of Wands, and you're like, I will, thank you. You go on then. That's fantastic. I love it. Ten of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, and Five of Pentacles. That's okay. It looks like we're getting this thing on track. All right. That's good. That's good. Nine of Pentacles, Page of Wands, Two of Cups. You know, you're already quite the strong-willed individual. I wouldn't expect anything less from you. And you expect it from yourself too, to be someone who contributes, someone who works hard, okay? Someone who creates their own world. You value that. You value your independence. Wonderful. Page of Wands, Two of Cups, excuse me. I got you in a situation where it seems like you just, and I mean at the very early stages of possibly connecting to somebody. It's very sweet. So you, of your own free will, I see you stepping into this in terms of interest, intrigue, a little bit of hope, curiosity, a little bit of attraction. Nothing crazy. It's just right, just so. And you're like poking around at that Two of Cups, like, what's up with you? What are you about? What's your vibe? What's your thing? But yeah, you just started opening up to it and it feels good. I like that. But I like how you stepped into it knowing thyself, and that's wonderful. You know who you are as a person, what it is you bring to the table. You know you can stand on your own 2 feet. No doubt you want to connect to someone of similar value, okay? And these are wonderful things to carry with you. You're very comfortable, and that's what I want for people. Do you know who you are as a person? And then talk to me about connecting to somebody. And that's absolutely you today. Wonderful. The Sun, Four of Swords, Four of Wands, whatever this is, feels good. It kind of slows things down, doesn't it? Just a little bit. And I mean, it's not moving fast or slow. It's just, there is a kind of calm security in what's happening here. It feels a little warmer every time you connect to it. And you can't help but think, is this shaping up into a relationship? And take your time. I want you to enjoy that. You know, it's so peaceful. It's neither fast nor slow. It just is calm. There's something about it that feels a little secure, doesn't it? Yeah. 10 of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, and 5 of Pentacles. You know, it seems like we have some new energy here to build into our foundation. Okay? Perhaps you got off that for a little while, or you stopped, or it's like, I don't want to expand my world, or the idea of continuing further, perhaps. I don't know. Maybe lost energy for that, but you're finding energy for it now. Okay? So if there's this sense of anything unfinished in your world, foundation, it looks like you're experiencing hope for it again. Feeling much more alive in your world. Okay? Wanting to add to it, or that your project work isn't done, or that you're not done building into it, and technically you're not. If you are thinking about adding someone into your life, yeah, you're not done building that foundation yet. There's still some hope there. That's almost like renewed effort to re-engage your world. Okay? Not just your work or your career or your finances. You already got that down. I mean, your whole way of life. You know, your community, your connectivity. There's still more activity in there. Okay? 9 of Pentacles, Page of Wands, 2 of Cups. Oh, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling, and no doubt sounding, seriously, nasal right now. I tell you. 9 of Pentacles, Page of Wands, and the 2 of Cups. Page of Pentacles, the Hierophant, Ace of Swords. Okay. You're showing me I don't want to overly commit. I just want to open up to this. Okay. You don't even know if you want commitment right now. It's kind of like I just maybe enough to get the process started. So many of you are kind of have a single mentality. I get that. You got a little used to being on your own. I completely understand, and I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I really don't. It's only a problem if it's a problem for you. Okay? So you're still not necessarily convinced that commitment, let's call it marriage, is right for you. You're not trying to think about that right now. You just want to start things off simply. Let's just get it going, please. A couple of pages, and yeah. We'll see where this goes. Yeah. Okay. I can see that Like I said, you're very comfortable being on your own. Okay? You pride yourself on your own sense of individuation, and you don't want to lose that, or you have a fear of losing that, maybe. Okay. Yeah, so like I said, let's start with a couple of pages and take it from there. All right. Okay. That's enough of that. I think it's too early to continue on that line of thinking, you know? You're just starting to take some baby steps into this, so there's no reason why you shouldn't be seeing yourself as anything other than an individual right now, unless you choose to continue to open up to this connection, okay? And if you find peace with it, as I believe you are, and it feels good and it feels secure, then you take it from there, all right? All right, the Sun, Four of Swords, and the Four of Wands especially. I'm going to go ahead and take a crack at that. The last time you were in one, it didn't go so well. And it's not necessarily just marriage. I mean, anything that represents long-term commitment. Baby, we don't have a great history with that. And some of you might have even concluded, maybe I'm better off on my own. I hear that all the time. You know, well, maybe we just haven't gotten the right one dialed in yet. You know? But we'll see. Comes down to you. Commitment is a belief system. So, you know, can you connect to someone who shares your beliefs? Not how you are alike, or that you like the same pizza. Oh my God, what a coincidence. Everybody likes pizza. Oh my God, I can't believe you like music. Everybody likes music. I'm talking about core beliefs and values, you know? And perhaps you've had a harder time matching up to someone like that. That's all right. That means whoever they are in future has too. So that means when the fit is just right, you'll know. All right, the Sun, Four of Swords, Four of Wands. Seven of Cups, the Hanged Man, King of Swords. Good job. See, I love that. You're literally hanging in there. King of Swords, the Hanged Man. Seven of Cups, you're like, right. So you do like what you're experiencing sooner rather than later, which is good. You're showing me cautious optimism. You don't want to get your hopes up, but you can't deny things are feeling good and steady, secure. So you had a little talk with yourself. King of Swords, the Hanged Man, right. Let's hang in there. Seven of Cups, let's keep ourselves open. Let's, Capricorn, remember to do that. Keep yourself emotionally open and available to this. Yeah, you like this. You do. The Sun, Four of Swords, the Four. Like I said, you're showing me a sort of hopeful optimism because you like what you're experiencing. Okay? I know the beginning signs of warmth and security when I see it, and you're absolutely a dead ringer for that. Okay? Whether or not it'll lead to long-term commitment or marriage, well, you got to take that ride to find out. I get to turn this off when I'm done with the reading. You got to live your life. But yeah, I like it. You're being brave, you're being bold. But above all, you like what you're feeling. So, all right. Ten of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, Five of Pentacles. You're showing me some renewed energy there for your whole way of life. Ten of Pentacles. I think you might have gotten a little disjointed, or perhaps, again, you had a hard time recovering from the last time you were in a commitment, maybe. So finding the energy to completely recover from that, or... well, we'll see. Five of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, Ten of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles, the Fool. Three of Cups. Go on then. You're doing great. Whatever it is you lost from the past, or you lost the energy for to continue to pursue, I can't imagine building into my world much more than I have. I lost the energy for it, the drive. I'm not trying to recover, trying to recoup. I'm just trying to be good on my own. Yeah, that's going to be made up for. And how? Okay? This is a brand new opportunity for you. And whatever it is you might have lost in previous foundations, in previous worlds with previous co-creators, well, it's all that, isn't it? Previous. This is shaping up quite well. I'm happy for you. There's a reason you were feeling secure and safer. You're letting your guard down. You even told yourself we got to remember to keep ourselves open to this because I like what's happening. And your 3D world gets a little stronger for knowing this person. It feels like a brand new opportunity because it is. And then I see you going all in. I mean, you went all in. And this is what you do. I think it's been a while since we've had this talk, but one of your power structures is not just risk-taking, but calculated risk. And that's what this is. It not only feels good, it seems like a safe bet. So, yeah. However it is, your foundation might have been negligent, broken, discontinued, or you never quite got back to it, repairing it, or expanding it again. I see why. You probably felt better just saying to your own needs. Okay? But it won't always be that same. Your world will expand. And it's for having connected to this person. And I just see that flourishing. So, well done. Go, Capricorn, go. Now, this is the kind of shit I want to see for you in the love readings. That confuses people. Aren't all readings love readings? No, absolutely not. The bi-weeklies are the general overview? No. It's open-ended. It is what it is. And even when I do a love reading or intimate tarot reading, people are going to show me whatever the hell they're going to show me. I see work and family stuff come up all the time when people don't want it to. And then people will show me love when people insist, I want to see work stuff. I mean, I never know. This would have been a great love reading for you. I would like to have pushed this further. I would like more details about... But it seems to me like you just started opening to this, you know? So... I wouldn't say it's... Well... Maybe mid to late September. Maybe. When things get smoother, well, that's easier. And more that sense of peace and calm. Oh, yeah. Now, I'd say over the next month. I think you're going to feel full of possibility by the beginning of the year too, where you see this is taking you. Where the world seems fresh and full of possibility. The holidays are going to look a little different for the Capricorn I'm looking at from this point forward. Okay. The heart, yeah, I know. Love, this new love. It seems to be new. It looks new. Okay. I didn't see any previous imprints on it. Dog. Loyalty, determined. That's what I'm saying. I think you favor commitment, except perhaps the last one you were in left you a little gun shy. You really prize loyalty, but you've had difficulty experiencing it. Okay? Yeah. I understand. Okay. Dream thief, refusal of the call. 13. Dream thief. Refusal of the call. Oh. Feast of plenty, choices and their consequences. Oh, we could have had it all. Okay. Dream thief, once upon a time, right? In your previous foundation, that looks like something you never fully recovered from or never bothered to re-expand. Dig deep in those pentacles like you used to. Consequences in their choices. Dream thief. So it feels like you were robbed of your dream once upon a time, particularly where commitment was concerned. And foundation endeavors. You found it easier to be on your own. Dances on one foot, balancing act. It was just easier for you to look after yourself. Okay, the feast of plenty. Consequences in their it's like whatever that was a dream thief. They stole my dream, and these are the consequences of choices. Okay? There could have been plenty, but then somebody stole that dream. 2013-9. So, I understand. You don't have to justify to me why you've been on your own. I will be the last person in the world that says, hey, why have you been single for 10 years? How about none of your fucking business? I will be the last. It's kind of like asking somebody, wow, why have you been married 20 years? What the fuck are you talking about? You see how weird that is? It doesn't work in the reverse, does it? Wow, you've been married 30 years? Why? Nobody does that, right? But people will go up straight up to your face. It's like, you've been single more than 6 months? Why? Oh, honey. Yeah. That's, yeah. Yeah, so I think it was probably easier for you to look after yourself. Am I right? You got close to having it all. Yeah, Adele also could have had it all. And maybe some of you felt like you did and then it got broken. I understand. But this is not that, right? So, clean slate, fresh energy. When you pulled yourself aside and said, Capricorn, remember to keep yourself open to this. We like this. That's how you knew it was getting real. Okay? It was like you were saying, choose this. Choose this piece. Okay. All right. We have QRUO. We have the Medina of Virgo. You might have some very strong Virgo in your chart. Could be connecting to it. Their season might have been important to you. Sure. Yeah. Yeah. And then we also have Ladybug in reverse. There, I'm sure at many points in your life you said, I have no luck in this. Yeah, that'll explain that hesitation. Sure. But you have your time like everybody does. Right? So believe in luck. It's all right. We have the chakras in alignment. Yeah, you're working on it, or you will be. And the unicorn, belief in the magic, the uniqueness, the belief in possibility, believing in the absurd and the fantastical, because maybe it exists, you know? Okay, Capricorn, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Hello, look who it is. It's Miss Cinnamon. Want to come up and say hi to Scorpio? Baby, there she is. That's my good girl. Hello. Hello, Scorpio. What's going on? Oh, scratch. I know. Yes. I know. She, honestly, she could do this all day. Yeah. She loves a good scratch. I know, particularly up here. Yes. What's up? Did you have something on your mind? I think I know what it is. It starts with a T and ends with a T. Scorpio, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Well, it was nice that Cinnamon came over and well, gave us a little visit there. What's up? What is going on? Show me Scorpio, please. Yes. What's up? What's going on? All right. The Hermit, Ace of Cups, Ten of Pentacles. Wow. That's good stuff. Five of Cups, King of Wands, and the Star. Yeah. Yeah. Good. Ace of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. Good for you. So busy. It all serves a purpose. I think you understand that, right? The more you put into this, the more you get back from it. And that's usually how it goes. You're showing me a massive amount of effort to kind of just get your foundation, your whole way of life in working order, in good standing, if you will. And you're on the task, too, with the Hermit. It's like, yeah, I love this. You said you've learned a lot from it, and you have plans, actually. You're showing me a lot of plans. You have so many plans to expand, increase your strength, your resources, your connectivity, your community. It's like I'm just warming up. But you like it. The more you endeavor upon it, the more results you get. And then also there's the added benefit that it gives your heart peace to work through this stuff. And I see that there's a touch of sadness in here. And the more that you give yourself goals, okay, the more you work on your environment and you heal your environment. Cinnamon went back outside, so it makes a noise. It helps you work through some pain of the past. So you really are healing through doing here. I'm not saying you're necessarily working yourself to death. It kind of feels like you're healing through doing. You're very active. No idle days for you. No. Not this, Scorpio. You're well preoccupied, but you wouldn't have it any other way. You have the skills, you have the knowledge, you have the experience, you have the wisdom. Okay, time is on your side. So it's you go ahead then. You increase your stronghold, you know. But I like that. Your cup, your heart space is getting softer and fuller. And perhaps in time, And time, maybe. Or maybe you'll show me today. It might be ready for new love or primed for new love, but for now, you're showing me this, all my best effort, my loyalty goes to my foundation, my whole way of life. So this goes well beyond, I mean, work is here, don't get me wrong, and we're not even done with that subject of work. But it's, like I said, it's your network, okay, your resources, your community, all of it. Yours is quite extensive, okay? And you're saying, this is where I need to be right now, and it's awesome. And when I do right by it, I feel great. It feeds me too, okay? So yeah, I mean, you got some good plans cooking in here. I love it. Take your time with it. It's based on a lot of experience. You're going to get really good results. Five of Cups, King of Wands, the Star. Like I said, as you work through your goals, your dreams, your desires, it really starts to alleviate some sadness in your heart. Then Five of Cups. It gives you focus, aim, purpose, drive, destiny. It's something here to do with no more losses or regrets. I don't want to add any more of those sad chapters to my life. If it's important to me, I'll work through it because I don't ever want to have another missed opportunity. Basically, I will work to make my dreams come true. But I don't want to have any more regrets where I look back on the past and said, I wish I had done this or that. Love or work or otherwise. It's like if it feels right and I know it's right, I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll make my dreams come true bit by bit, day by day. You ain't done. You're just not. Ace of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, you're really taking off there. It's new opportunities this, new opportunities that, and just fabulous energy attached to it all. You're so psyched up. You know, you're ready for all this. You really are. You're talking about expansion, dreams coming true, no more missed opportunities, never again, ever. But what I really like is your opening. As I complete my work, it completes me. You know, so it's good stuff. A lot of good plans in there. Let's get cracking. The Hermit, Ace of Cups, Ten of Pentacles is beautiful. But yeah, as you work on your path, it completes you too. You know, you're showing me a lot of devotion to your world. The Hermit, Ace of Cups. I'll get to you. Five of Cups for us, by the way, is what I would call normal. It is one of our minor cards. Even as you can see here, it's got a little symbol. I will see that for us, even when it seems like there's no call for it, rhyme or reason. It's pretty normal for Scorpio. Do we have emotional baggage? Yes, we're deep feelers. That's the price you pay for having that, is that you're going to have that. That's the emotional baggage to having a big heart. Consequences. Okay? Pros, cons, strength, weaknesses. It is the great balance in nature. I'm not surprised to see this, and I'm not surprised to see that. I'm not surprised to see them together in the same reading. Ever. So, I mean, I see a lot of tarot readers make a big deal of the Five of Cups for Scorpio, and it's actually quite normal. The thing is, memories, yes. Hurt, pain of the past, yes. But for Scorpio, we carry it around. You just don't get lost to it. You learn from it, but don't get lost to it. Don't get lost to the past. Okay? Otherwise, you forsake your natural pro ability to have deep, authentic, loyal feelings. Okay? You cannot have one without the other. The price you pay for having such a big heart and a devoted one is that it will occasionally get hurt. So you carry it with you, but don't get lost to it. Okay? Yeah, I mean, a little Five of Cups can throw people completely away. I was like, you're giving it way too much attention. That really isn't a big deal. For Scorpio. I mean, for some of you, you're laughing because you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's like, oh yeah, that. Sometimes it's very fresh and it still hurts. But it really depends on how developed the Scorpio is I'm looking at. The less developed you are, the more likely you are to get lost to the Five of Cups. Okay. After you've had a couple heartbreaks, though, you learn a couple things. You learn how to use it as fuel for other things, which you've clearly done. The Hermit, Ace of Cups, and the Ten of Pentacles. And that's where we meet those Scorpios we don't like so much. The vindictive ones, the mean ones, the shallow ones, the ones that got a bad rap. Because they can't get out of that. Strength, Ace of Wands, boom, baby, you're on it. You are on this. You are on this. Look at you. Ugh, Ace of Wands twice. You are on it right now as we speak. Not only do you have this whole world that's already in place, you're going to add to it. It's part of the plan. I'm looking at you, and Scorpio who resonates is looking and says, it's part of the plan. Like, you know, you know, you're talking about it right now. You're shaping your plans right now. It's very open-ended communication. But the more you talk about it, the more it gives you strength of will and resolve. Ooh, that looks like some good stuff. It's like, I'm just getting started, baby. But it's not in a way that's arrogant. It's not prideful. There's strength of will in it, yes. But it's like, I've done this, and it's done good for me. And it will always be a priority. However, I would also like to incorporate this. You see that? Boom. There it is. You're lining up to it as we speak. What you doing? You're creating more opportunity in an already vast system. Ooh. I love it. You're talking about it. You're so excited. You are. You're so excited. You're talking about it. Oh, you're making it happen. It feels so good. It's like, this is on my path. It's been on my path for a long time. It's happening. It is happening. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So I don't know if there's anyone in there co-creating with you. You have such an empire by all rights. I could say that. I'm not seeing a second energy at this time. But just to let you know, if you have a co-creator with you, good job to the both of you. And if that's all you, wow. But you did it because you wanted to. Okay? Because you were loyal to the idea. You were loyal to the foundation. Everything you had accomplished, and you expanded on it. And you're still not done. And isn't that something? You are still not done. Five of Cups, King of Wands, the Star. And like I said, literally, that's your passion, man. That's your passion. That's your gig. That's your glory. It's like, the more you tap into your dreams, it's like it eases this tension in you of stuff that was missed in the past. And you're like, never again. Never again. Okay. Sometimes we must give up our dreams and things don't work out. But if you get lost to the Five of Cups, you'll never do another thing again. Okay? You have to be willing to heal. You have to be willing to set your sights on something else, something higher, something stronger. Six of Cups, the High Priestess, the King of Wands. Okay. Yeah, some more of the past there, 5 and 6. Okay. These are both past orientation, 5 and 6. Memories of the past right there. You get hung up on a connection. Since it's attached to the Five of Cups, literally, I'm going to go ahead and take a crack at that. We'll just call it for what it is, the one that got away, right? Or the one that you feel got away. The one that you were deeply attached to in the past. You're saying that was your biggest regret of all. And you're in tune with it. You're not stupid. The High Priestess, King of Wands. Once upon a time, you see that you got some really interesting Leo in your chart, don't you? You had 2 King of Wands plus the Strength card. Yeah. Yeah, don't get me wrong. We got other folks here like Virgo and Aquarius, but some of you have some really strong Leo placements in there. But yeah, you're saying that's one of the things you used to be fired up about, and you knew it. You were so in tune with it. That connection of the past. You were very fond of them, possibly loved them, and you're saying that one didn't work out. They might have been a catalyst for you as kind of like the poster child for the shit that didn't work out. And you put that on your wall and said, never again. I don't know. Okay. But the one that you are deeply attached to, okay, the one you carry with you but you don't get lost to anymore, you used to be as fired up for them as you are present day about this. But yeah, it's kind of like the ultimate example for the Scorpio I'm looking at, about why you listen to yourself, your intuition, your passion, where it takes you and why. Once upon a time, your passion told you and your intuition told you that connection. But you associate it with loss and remorse and regret, kind of like the one that got away. And in that feeling of that connection, seeing it for what it is, feeling it for what it is, you took all that energy and you converted it into other hopes and dreams. So like I said, it became whatever that one that got away. It became the poster child for shit that will never happen again. Or it's like, ever. So yeah, everything that you had for that one, a lot of passion, a lot of love, tenderness, I would say, towards that connection. It's like you take it all and you drive it into your reality. Okay. It's like, this is an example of the stuff that didn't work out. Okay? And this is the stuff that will. Okay. No more regrets. Yeah. That feels like that one, the one that got away, or just, I don't know. It was the right connection, but it feels like maybe not the right time. One of those. It's hard to say. I still say it was the right connection at the right time. It's just not yours to keep. And that's what a lot of people don't want to hear. They'd rather say it was the right person, wrong time. Oh, contrary, right person, right time. It clearly taught you what it needed to teach you. It wasn't supposed to be with you forever, though. If that didn't happen, if that didn't work out, if that hadn't been a form of regret for you, one that you actively went out of your way to heal from, can you honestly say, looking back on this, you would have created all this opportunity for yourself? So yeah, I have to insist that was the right connection at the right time, even if it was painful. We only fail if we refuse to learn. And you refuse to fail. Okay? So look at what you're doing now. So, present day, you convert that fuel of the past and strongly inject it into your present day goals. And look how much power you have. I wonder if they knew that when they were connected to you. I'm just saying, you make dreams come true, baby. I wonder. Anyway, it's not about them. I'm not doing yours and theirs, but I was like, I wonder if they know that. They wonder how powerful you are. I'm curious. Ace of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. You're just not done. You're still creating more opportunity. More. But you're so happy to do it. It's really authentic. It's authentic passion for you. Oh, yeah. So it's not just King of Wands. We got the Strength. We got the Ace. Honey, that's some real interesting Leo in your chart. Yeah. Yeah. I have one prominent placement. It's North Node. That's even then I had to think about it. North Node. Yeah. Rising 2. Anyway. By the way, if you don't know what your North and South Node is, I recommend it. It's worth looking at. If anything, it gives us that idea of characteristics, traits, and behaviors we should rise to, and then therefore avoid. Because if we have a North Node, then you have a South Node. Okay? Anyway, it's worth looking at. Ace of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. What? I hope I don't have any more callers today. Got interrupted during Tauruses. We got a little knock, knock, knock. Sales call. But that one wasn't bad. What is it? Maybe she's on guard duty. What's up? You okay? Honey, it's just someone walking. Don't worry about it. It's just walking by. It's all right. She's had some pretty decent training. She just went on alert. What's up? Like outside the door. Okay, it's fine. It's just somebody passing. Ace of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, and the Nine of Swords. Oh, okay. Some fears there. Some fears there about making this happen. I think you got it. It's just you're showing me a lot of responsibility. Okay. That's a lot of internal questioning. Seven of Swords, Nine of Swords, Queen of Pentacles. Can I do this? Can I do this? Honey, you're already doing it. Remember that at the opening? I got this. I'm making it happen as we speak. Yeah, it is happening. So where's that pressure coming from? Don't tell me it's because you question your worth. That's not it. You've already established your worth 1,000 times over. Responsibility? You've been taking responsibility for your 3D world. Where's that stress coming from? Is it happening faster than you thought? Finding the time for it all. Oh, well, now that is realistic. Time constraints. All that pentacle, generating pentacle, takes pentacle. Time, energy, effort, not just money. Okay, they're all spendable. You can spend time. You were talking about so excited and forcing it, reinforcing it. And when it arrives, you're kind of stressing out a little bit. I'm like, where's that coming from? You already told me your worth. What excites you, thrills you. You have a kind of refuse to fail mentality. Okay. I'll make my goals and dreams come true. Another one is literally lighting up for you. So where was that stress coming from? You can handle it, clearly. You were making it happen. You insisted. My thinking is that perhaps it's happening faster than you might have thought it was. Maybe. Honey, what can I tell you? You got to work through it. You asked for it. It's here. You've been working through it. It's coming. You said, I refuse to fail. I think that's some reactive internal stress now that you're seeing it happen. It's like, oh, now that it's here, oh shit, I got to deal with all this. But it's a good oh shit. Who said this the other day? I think this was an excellent mental take from one of my favorite comedians, English comedian, Jimmy Carr. And I remember he said in an interview once, what helped in his thinking about career stress and pressure, he said, from his point of view, that kind of pressure is a privilege. And that's what helped him accommodate all that stress. Because with that level of success, you have to handle it. It's a different set of pressures, right? But he's like, you know what you have to keep in mind? That kind of pressure is a privilege. Because if you're not putting pressure on yourself, you're not going to have much privilege to work with. You want to succeed, you have to put pressure on yourself, so be glad you have the pressure. A lot of people don't have pressure. They don't have the work opportunities there. And I said, you know what, I'm not saying work yourself to death. I'm not saying become a workaholic. You opened up with the comfort of maintaining a very strong foundation, so much so that you have the luxury, apparently, of including more. And you even had the balls to say, I learned a big lesson. I'll never fail again. I'll never have a huge opportunity ever slip through my fingers again. It's like, if anything, that's what that connection taught me. And now it's here. And now I think you're feeling the stress, the pressure of accommodating all this. Okay. So I want you to find a way to handle this because it's showing up for you as solid, real, and it's here now. Okay? I think you got this. I know you do. Okay? Remember, you asked for this pressure. So perhaps see it. See it as privilege it is. You clearly make things happen. Okay? Yeah, I mean, obviously take breaks. Figure it out. Figure it out. You're going to figure it out. You have to. You have to. Okay? By your own admission, you won't allow anything else in your life to fail, not if you can help it. So, yeah, that's a lot of internal sound and fury, anxious about it's all happening. So it's kind of a beautiful anxiety, right? I wanted all this, I've been working for all this, and shit, it's here now. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's here now. I told you. Look at that. I know you have that Leo influence. I know you do. And this might have been something that you've been trying to connect, unpack, or bring towards you since Leo season, which wasn't too long ago. Okay. Anyway. Oh. Wait. Oh, what does that say? I didn't know it was going to be all that. Okay. Oops. That dove, sign of peace. Yes, everybody's getting that wheel. Endings, beginnings. Okay. Yeah. Continue to navigate that captain's wheel, Wheel of Fortune, and the world. Time will move forward, so make sure you're navigating appropriately. Know when an ending is an ending and a beginning is a beginning. Okay? Yes. All right. And then shark, that's you. That's us. That is one of our power symbols in regards to the animals. But survival, power. Oh, I see you're gathering power. Quite a shark. You are a pursuer. Mm-hmm. Okay. You are a pursuer. I think it was going to be all that, But it was. I was enjoying it, I'm not going to lie. Gathering around, 26. Someone else got this as well. I want to say it was the fire signs. Probably Leo. I don't know. I'm being facetious, but that actually might be true. Okay, the power of community. Gathering around. More. Spreading out, growing, gathering. 26. All right. Yeah. D, X, F, and then the fox. Oh, you're very clever. I bet you are. You're very clever, cunning, fast. Yes, I bet you are, honey. Okay. Scorpio, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Pisces, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Ooh. Show me, Pisces. What's up? What's going on? Show me, Pisces, please. Queen of Cups, Four of Wands, the Hanged Man. Okay. Two of Wands, Chariot, Seven of Cups. Okay. I would say you made up your mind, but it's more like you made up your heart, so that's good. Three of Cups, the World, and the Ace of Cups. Okay. When it comes to matters of the heart, you've made some choices. Not just one, actually a couple. And it is matters of the heart. Queen of Cups, Four of Wands, the Hanged Man. You've been giving a relationship here a lot of thought. A lot. And it is a relationship, bare minimum, of the heart. Something you yourself are personally attached to. You've been giving that a lot of thought. Two of Wands, Chariot, Seven of Cups. In that path, you feel comfortable proceeding. And then, one you do not, and it gets cut off. I suppose if I'm looking at a choice in love, you made a choice. Three of Cups, the World, Eight of Cups. There's something here you will not connect to anymore. You no longer find joy in it. You don't want to be emotionally available to it, but it's done. Okay. So you've made some choices here. And without explaining that very calm opening, Queen of Cups, the Four of Wands, the Hanged Man. Has a lot of thought around some sort of relationship, like I said, you're emotionally attached to. And what does that mean to you? And finding the value in it. Do you love it the way you love yourself? Vice versa. The answer seems to be yes. Two of Wands, Chariot, Seven of Cups. Like I said, it very calmly, firmly, gently proceeds. And in one area, not at all. Or one connection, at least, not at all. Three of Cups, the World, Eight of Cups. All right. Queen of Cups, Four of Wands, the Hanged Man, please. Four of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups. Looking at this relationship, and while there is an admission here that there is unhappiness, Eight of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, ask yourself realistically, of my two connections, which one is actually feasible in terms of working through it for the right reasons, for healthy, dignified, loyal love. It's like, yeah, there's been unhappiness there. I don't deny that. But can I work through it with them and for the right reasons? Okay? That's what you've been thinking about. Can we work through it honestly and together and with full heart? Okay? Two of Wands, the Chariot, Seven of Cups. Okay, what's up? Ace of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, you've definitely made a choice. And it takes the shape in the form of a person. Okay? It's like I want to give my best and strongest to them because I honestly believe they can mirror or honor these characteristics of real work, real value, real love that is strong, safe, secure, and loyal. Okay? Yeah. You've been giving a lot of feeling to this relationship, and you said, yeah, it has some unhappiness attached to it, but that's real life. The point is, can we work through it? And whatever this is you're moving towards soon, and remaining open towards, yeah, it's not a new person. It's kind of like saying the best is going to go to that one. Or you believe that this person offers the best. Someone who is outstanding, someone who can stand on their own 2 feet, someone who's not afraid of their own individuation. Okay? They have a lot to offer. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. You're saying, that's my choice. That's the one who I believe can put in the hard work with me. That's the one I believe can offer emotional loyalty. Okay. And emotional security. And that would love me to their fullest extent. Because they want to. You strongly associate this person as operating under choice. Okay. And that's good. It's good. In other words, you are choosing someone who can speak for themselves. Who knows how to choose for themselves. 3 Cups, the World, 8 of Cups, and something here is discontinued altogether. Again, you had a lot of time to think about your feelings in your relationship or relationships or your connections. And you had some honest questions in there. Who will actually stand their ground and work through things with me? Who will show up to do the work at all? And who will love me with their fullest heart? Somebody made the grade. You know. 3 Cups, the World, 8 of Cups. And someone else got cut. 3 Cups, the World, 8 of Cups. 3 of Swords. 7 of Swords. The High Priestess. Your intuition is telling you to just leave that alone, to not speak to it. Okay. Okay. So it looks to me like we have a couple of love interests here. Okay. How that came to be is how that came to be. You would know best. You either resonate with this or you don't. One is a real strong, viable opportunity through your eyes. That's the one who you will proceed with. Okay? You're showing me what you value the most. Hard work and real authentic love. And someone, by the way, who knows how to hold their own too. That doesn't hurt. You're saying there's something else you connected to that might have been fun, but for the most part has a lot of issues. And intuitively you feel you just need to leave it alone or be quiet. You'd rather not. It's hard for you to put your finger on it. But you're saying something is wrong with that connection. It doesn't feel right, natural, or very complete in some way to you, so you have chosen silence towards it. You're just going to quietly disconnect from it, not connect to it again, or reconnect to it again. Okay? You're saying something's wrong. And your gut instinct is telling you to avoid it. Okay? So you might be one of those people that maybe, you might have been seeing a couple folks, or there might have been some overlap there. All right? It happens. Point is that you chose. At some point your heart got serious and it chose. Okay? So you did what I would have advised you to do anyway. Go within, be quiet, start making choices. And you did. You said you chose the one that represents the strongest form of responsibility. Someone who's solutions-oriented. Someone who gets shit done. Someone who values opportunity. You're very attracted to that. You're also saying they already, in and of their own right, represent stability because they can clearly take care of themselves. Okay? You're saying there's something about here that it's something about a little bit of instability or emotional instability, and it concerns you. Okay? And I don't see you connecting to it or them anymore, so but it's quiet. You have your reasons. Some might call that ghosting. It's just somewhere between your intuition and your fear of what you've experienced with them. It's kind of like saying, I'd just rather not address it. Okay. And people ask me my opinion on ghosting all the time. Well, it kind of depends on your situation and circumstance. There's times when it's reasonable. Absolutely. If something is abusive or just wrong, just very wrong, very imbalanced, then you don't owe it any explanation. However, you've connected to someone and they have no reason to believe that silence should be coming from you, then that's not correct. Ghosting is often the coward's way out for people who just rather avoid but there's times when it's warranted. However, I don't think, and I don't know, this might be an unpopular opinion, but if someone you just connected to, then ghosting's fine. There's no reason to ghost someone you know, it's like, you can't call it ghosting when you hardly know that person. Seriously, it just happens. Okay, you call it bad manners, but honestly, if you just started talking to someone and you don't hear from them again, it's really not a loss you should be taking very hard. No, it really isn't. So that's probably the only controversial opinion I have on that. I'm sorry, guys. I guess you know, the last time I was in the dating pool, it's if you didn't hear from someone again, it's just understood that there was a lack of interest and you didn't take it hard. It's just normal. You know, people get fucking devastated. You start texting someone a little bit and then it's like, they never texted me back. Bitch, you've talked to them for like a whole day? Why are you wrapping all your self-esteem up around that? Move on. Why are you crying over someone you just started talking to? Insecurity with people is really real. I think that's the problem we have with instant gratification that is our current world. Okay. That's... You don't really love them. You don't know them. That's some self-esteem bullshit. You know, but other than that, you know, I think there's clear lines for ghosting when something's very wrong. It's harmful, abusive, or it's just, it's way off scale. In which case the problems are known and therefore they don't know an explanation. There's other times. But no, we should take the time to explain it. This is why I don't want to see you anymore. Okay. House. Relocation home. Okay. Yeah, I'm seeing that as the relationship bride. It's chosen. It's been chosen. We want the stability. We want the relationship, which I saw right here. And we want to pick the one who can work through it. Okay? And so we have. It's either you or them. Okay? But we're looking for engagement, okay, empowerment, someone who represents union and stability and can do. They can do, okay? See, magic, curse, witch, is also the intuitive process. It's just we're trying to avoid something here. I know. We're trying to avoid something here. Okay. Fortune's wheel, luck and right timing. It was just the right time. The right choice at the right time. Number 23. Yeah. Luck in the right time. S, B, M, I, and then we have the medallion of Virgo. You might have some very strong Virgo in your chart. Could be connecting to it. Their season might be important to you. Pisces, it was interesting. I like how you showed me the responsibility of choosing from the heart and the correct one, and what does that mean to you? And it's good. I like it. You made some good choices here today. I like your person. I can see why you chose them. They're very attractive. They're very capable, but you know that. The one that you let go of, something doesn't feel right about that. There's a reason you discontinued it, and I know you're having a hard time, perhaps exacting the words about why you chose silence. It's just your gut feeling tells you to avoid it or avoid them. Okay? I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Cancer, what's up? Show me Cancer, please. What's going on? Yeah, what's up? Okay, Nine of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, and the High Priestess. Yeah, Ace of Swords, the Magician, Three of Wands. Listen to yourself. Queen of Pentacles, the Hermit, King of Wands. Okay. 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 Nine of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, the High Priestess. Yeah, and you're opening there. I like your sense of self. I really do. You're saying you're a person of individuation, and that's how you see yourself. A free thinker, someone who can stand on their own 2 feet, and P.S. that you like to listen to yourself, the High Priestess. Your intuitive process is here. So your intuitive process and your intelligent process and who you are as a person, all present and accounted for. I like that a lot. I do. Strong sense of self, and you pride yourself on listening to yourself. Again, independent, free thinker. You've kind of shown me who you are. 8 of Swords, the Magician, 3 of Wands. Listen to yourself. As soon as I pulled it, I wasn't convinced it was you. Because someone who knows themselves as well and listens to themselves doesn't really get caught up in that too much. That's blind waiting. And that's like the refusal to see that. That's not good. So this is someone who is not listening to themselves. Okay, or using the basic skills of observation to accept things for the way they are. So I see someone kind of blindly manifesting, which is never a good thing, and it's stretched out over time, so waiting. So we're manifesting. We've been waiting for this manifestation, but we refuse to see that or acknowledge it. So it's kind of like saying it's a direct contradiction to the universe. I really, really want this, and I refuse it at the same time. And so that person is creating a neutral effect. In other words, nothing's happening. So just listen to yourself. Okay? you just listen to yourself. I don't quite know what the repercussions of that will be. There will be consequences to that. Okay? But regardless, just listen to yourself. All right? I don't know what it wants. On the fact that it is calling on your energy to acknowledge them, return to them, come their way, but they're also refusing to see it or admit it. So you get the results you get. So I tell people, if you're going to manifest, you got to declare it, know it, own it, and then you might have a chance. Okay, Queen of Pentacles, the Hermit, King of Wands. And then down there, I see in a very grounded, realistic, in your reality kind of way, healing with somebody, taking your time with somebody. I got 2 heads of state that are representing themselves well. You seem to be sharing some sort of life path with them. Okay, someone who is wise, gives good counsel, or perhaps that's you. But the point is it's very grounded. You can have access to it. You appreciate reality. You really do. This is what I can interact with. This is what I can invest in. And I see you enjoy a strong connection with somebody somewhere. Okay? What the actual relationship value is, that's up to you. But you're saying it's part of your world and that they have access to you. You're saying it's good for you. So it probably is. Okay? Okay, 9 of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, the High Priestess. Yeah, please listen to yourself. Okay. That's wonderful. I'm not saying you're perfect. What I'm saying is that you have fantastic elements lined up for you that you've taken time to cultivate and understand about yourself. You're not born with this. Maybe the intuitive piece, but even then you have to hone it. You have to be willing to listen to it. And a lot of people are not comfortable with that. So a lot of people will stop right here. This is what I've experienced. And they draw from that only. Or this is what I know and I trust my mind, and they draw from that only. You're showing me the earthing concept of being grounded, trusting your experience, trusting your mind, and trusting your intuition. So those are skills you have to go out of your way to learn. Okay? And even then, I can tell somebody until I'm blue in the face, you were born with intuition. And no. It's there, but they don't hear it. So again, it's a skill. 9 of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, the High Priestess. You know, that's a bunch of nonsense. That's a bunch of fluff and stuff. It's stupid. Okay. Good luck with that. 9 of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, the High Priestess. Knights of Swords, Knights of Wands, and the Fool. Man, you look great. You switch gears as you need to, but you're so open to living life and just listening to yourself is wonderful. It's beautiful. I love it. Yeah, you have a lot of energy available to you. You're quite the go-getter. You move quickly, and you listen to yourself. This is great. I love this. You're such a closed circuit of powerful activity. You really do consult me, myself, and I first. I'm not saying you're an island. What I'm saying is that you are so comfortable with your process, and more often than not, you get positive feedback that what you do works. Therefore, you keep doing it. So, yeah, that's great. You're just at now, present day, you're just busy. Happily active, doing the stuff you want to do, and then also PS what you think is right for you. So it's not just about doing whatever it is you want, it's also like logically and in a grounded way, what's right for me. And you do that every day. You listen to yourself every day, and then you take action accordingly, but you just try to remain open to life. And that alone keeps you quite busy and occupied. You know? You're very active. Your mind is active, your spirit's active, your body is active. You're always doing something, but it's all positive. You love it. You're just like, it's my freedom, it's my choice. I choose to do these things. It's good for me. It keeps me grounded and it gives me some money. I like that. It gives you a sense of purpose too. But you're quite the busybody. But it's good. The Fool, you're happy to do it. You love it. You love your life. I love it. You're very healthy. You're very active. You're saying you know what works for you. That's good stuff. Cancer, honey, that's good stuff. I love it. Ace of Swords. The Magician, Three of Wands. Ace of Swords, the Magician, Three of Wands. What's up with this? Two of Wands, Eight of Cups, the Seven of Cups. Look. It ain't in the deck. I'm not trying to be no, it's really not in the deck. It's not in the cards. I hate that. I hate it when I see somebody's unaware, pretty much ignorant energy. I'm not saying they're stupid. I'm saying they're ignorant. That's self-imposed ignorance is pulling on someone else's energy, and they completely deny it. So you get what you get. You get what you get. You want to remain in denial. You know, that's the brilliance about living in denial. It doesn't have a postcode. You're really hard to get a hold of. This person doesn't want to see it. They don't want to see it, so they keep doing it. How that interferes or interacts with you, I don't know. So that's why I said in the opening, listen to yourself. So if for any reason you have any hints or indications that this person wants you to interact with them or engage with them, but it's not clear, it's really not clear, and you don't pay it any mind, or you have a kind of negative feeling, but you don't know why, yeah, just listen to yourself. Okay. You're not available to them. They want you to be available to them. They want you to come to them. You're not coming to them. I don't know who that is, but I would advise that person, manage your expectations. But yeah, if you have a feeling and it's odd, maybe it's just attraction. Maybe someone's just very attracted to you and they're hoping that you'll come their way so they don't have to deal with it directly or take responsibility or anything. I mean, again, I don't see you as being available, but they, for some reason, have this really wild hope that you will open up to them randomly. I mean, how well do you even know this person? Open up to me, come my way. Why? I don't know, you'll have to come over here to find out. Logically and intuitively, none of that makes sense to me. No, thank you. It doesn't make sense. Make yourself available to me. I'm asking the universe, but no, I'm not. What the fuck? You know, it's a cop-out measure. I get that. It's a way of manifesting, but not fully acknowledging it. It gives us room. Like, I didn't really want that. I never really wanted that. Okay. So again, I think they know. I think they know you're not interested or you're not going to come around, so they keep doing it. But tell themselves not to take it seriously. Okay. There you go. Stick to that formula. It works. All right. Queen of Pentacles, the Hermit, King of Wands. I'm sorry. I can't take that kind of shit seriously. I really can't. I'd rather just see a Page of Swords jerking off. Honestly, I think it'd be more effective. Seriously, think about it. What a waste of energy. What a waste of resources. Honestly. Honestly, a Page of Swords jerking off would get more out of it. There, I said it. Honestly, because it's like, just jerk off, get it out of your system, move on with your life. No. Oh my God. I'm just saying. Hi, if you're new to the channel, my name's Christina. I'm a little different and happy to be so. I'm a real tarot reader. I have real personality, and sometimes it just shows. Queen of Pentacles, the Hermit, King of Wands. Ten of Cups, Ace of Cups, Page of Wands, the Hermit. Yeah. It's interesting. You do well for you every day, which is wonderful. You have your own unique practices about what it is that you do and why you do it, particularly when it comes to your own sense of standing, resources, wealth, things that have made you successful as an individual. But I look further down the road. Actually, you are well tied up to somebody. And that's beautiful. So you really do have a very strong independent spirit, at least when it comes to your endeavors. You call the shots. You've made that very clear. You call the shots. But when I look at you, down to the 3D, down to the details, you are happily tied up to somebody. You find them extremely healing. It's like being connected to you is extremely healing, is what you're saying. Lots of Virgo energy there. Doesn't have to be, just FYI. They make you feel grounded. And very loved. Very loved. They make your cup feel very full and fair and equal and harmonious. You're like, I'm a mean Libra on the streets. Not mean, but very forthright and can do for myself Libra on the streets. But when I'm at home, I'm with my person. Okay, so you separate those sides of yourself. The parts of you that's out there doing things for you. It's your call, your shots. But when you're at home, you are this warm, nurturing, I would even say fuzzy, loving creature. You're saying this person really mellows you out. And they're firm. They have a lovely, firm, constant energy. So with the Hermit plus the King of Wands, that's firm, constant energy. Okay? And you two heal each other. Honestly, that's one of the strongest love bonds I've ever seen. It's so comfortable. It feels like home. It feels like sanctuary. So you kind of separate that. There's your outward self that gets things done. But when you go home, you're like this with somebody. You two are like a perfect fit. It's gorgeous. So again, don't know what the hell this is. The sooner they acknowledge that that manifestation has gone to pot, they can figure something else out to do. That bums me out, dude. It bums me out. I hate seeing wasted energy like that. Consequences of waiting and being in denial about it are heavy. They really expect you to come around to them, make yourself available to them. They expect, but that's what they're asking for, even if they're not acknowledging it. Someone over there is in La La Land. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. That's quite the nerve. Especially given that you are so fit to be tied. I mean, honestly, that's some of the most perfect energy I've ever seen between two people. I have no idea what relationship is. Could be marriage. Maybe not. That's not what you pointed out to me. You're saying that's my home. That's my person. That's all I care about. It's love. It shows up very strong and irrefutable. It's calming. It's comforting. It's healing to you both. It's an overflowing kind of love, and it leads to other things. Okay? Gorgeous. Cunning, stealth, wolf is in reverse. Yeah, don't pursue that. Okay? And they're not listening to themselves. Rabbit, fears, pregnancy, running. I don't know about that. I've already kind of discontinued the idea of pregnancy being an issue. Fears. Scared rabbits. Always running away. But still trying to make wishes. The dandelion. Always making wishes, but always running away. Fast but fearful little creature. Horse. Yeah, that's not your problem. I know, it's like a scared little rabbit. And you're a horse, honey. You have the, I mean, that's so important to you. It's like whatever it is you do, you say, I have to operate under my own freedom. I get that. Okay. I operate under my own freedom and choices. I wouldn't have it any other way. Okay. But you don't run away. You run towards. Yeah, it's a scared rabbit. And that person you're connected to, that's calm. That's not going to be a scared little rabbit. No. Okay. Anyway, let's wrap it up. Yours was interesting, but I think it still very much speaks for itself. Okay, I really do. It's wonderful, actually. The farther gate, bold step forward. 55, you believe in bold steps, okay? You don't do these scared little half steps. You do bold steps. When you move, people see it. 55, bold step forward. Beautiful. 28, hollow bone, teachability. That's what I'm saying. You taught yourself a lot. Between what you know, what you've experienced, and what you feel. It's like you should always be willing to learn. Makes you wiser, makes you stronger, and it develops your intuition. But teachability, everything's teachable. Anything. Yeah, it's beautiful. You've learned a lot. I love that. Look how comprehensive you are. Eyes of the eagle rising above the fray. See, you just... You don't concern yourself with people, places, things, situations that you don't need to concern yourself with. Your vision's higher than that. Your sense of engagement with others is much higher than that. Okay, I'm sorry. But no, I'm not. 18, 28, 55. This is why I wish people understood themselves better. Okay, so I don't know who that is, but I would advise them to stop. You know? Ask for that which you can't have, not that which you can't. I mean, people get so damn fixated on what they don't have, and they're convinced it's the solution to their problems. You, for a fact, know that's not true. Okay? Learning, gaining experience, listening to yourself, that's what's made you successful. Choosing freedom for the self, actions for the self, is what made you successful. You have connected to someone who heals you and brings you peace. It brings out your nurturing, loving, caring side. Okay? I don't see you wanting for more. You seem very content. Okay, Cancer, honey. Oh, yes, of course. We have your medallion, you, Cancer. We also have the medallion of Taurus and Scorpio. You might have any of these very strong placements in your chart. Could be connecting to other seasons which might be important to you. And we have a little bicycle, profession, hobby, or just symbolic to you for some reason. Okay? All right, Cancer, honey, this was a great reading. Congratulations to you on your own independence. Well, independence, but your own sense of success by kind of doing things your way, right? It's a little Frankie in there. I did it my way. You did. And you continue to do so, and it works for you, and I like that. But when you're at home, you're at home. And you're at home comfortably with somebody who offers love, nurturing, quality care, healing, and then you return that to them. I mean, you have the best of both worlds. You get to act as a person of autonomy when it comes to whatever it is that you're good at. You get to make those choices for yourself every day. I love that, and I totally understand it. And then when you're at home, though, you're clearly cared for and loved. Okay? So what this is, I don't know, bums me out. It makes me sad. But like I said, if every now and again you get that impression, you get that vibe about maybe someone you have some vague notion of, perhaps you get that feeling that someone's a little too watchy on your social media. Every now and again somebody puts out a weak high every couple of months. Or soft inquiries. Well, you don't interact with it for a reason, yeah? Okay. All right. Cancer, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well.